We are live again with the Iron Road, session 7, I think. The characters are in the city of Penniless, where they are attempting to loot the Tomb of Neferit, who apparently was a lady of the city some years ago. Now, if you were watching our show on Tuesday, Mara Lee, you know that our long-time tablemate Cam has moved to Vancouver, and Sean, a friend from another game, has graciously agreed to step up. Sean will be playing Octavian, who is a rogue from the distant country of Trierzon, which is sort of a crude, feudal country far to the west, which is actually a neighbor of Palathane. So we have two rogues from that area of the world, which makes it kind of interesting. I don't know if they produce anything but rogues there. Anyhow, whatever. Yeah. So we'll be picking it up. Where we kind of picked it up was the same thing that Octavian is sort of a refugee slash... What do you call it when somebody's hiding out? What is that? Fugitive. Hiding out in Penniless, where he is attempting to make money by the quickness of his hands. And as Sean pointed out, not his wit.
Yes, words. I'd use...
And words, yes.
I'd sell...
But he has run afoul of the man known as Hakim the Spider, who is the thieves' master of Delia Kavar of the Thieves Guild, basically, of Penniless. He was perfectly honestly climbing a building just to get a look around the city, and he fell and broke something critical. And the same thing that happened to the rest of the characters. Their way at the doorway between life and death, he heard a voice, and that voice basically offered him his life in exchange for one small eternal servitude of life. Right? And so what's happened is now this is a crowbar entrance, but how we are wheedling this in is that Octavian actually noticed these other characters, and each of them bears the sign, right? Like there is some mark that they recognize each other, and he was shocked to see these people who recognize the same thing about them, that he just felt some sort of natural connection with them, and so he followed them into the necropolis. He followed them as they actually began their looting of the tomb of Neferit. And so he joins them in situ. So while they're actually in the process of robbing this tomb, unfortunately, Idrim died of his wounds, having been burned to death by the alchemal fire which lies beyond this door. And they are now deciding what to do next.
What a way to go.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cool.
Well, if you're good with your hands, fix it.
All right. So does everybody remember sort of the scenario of what's beyond that door?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sounds like some sort of terrible burning trap.
Teeter-totters that
if
released a gas and then foof.
Yeah.
And we somehow managed to get the whole room to
Now,
go foof.
did they actually light up on their own, or was it just because we had a torch there?
It may have been because of the lantern I had.
So if it was a gas, was it used up?
Well, it's just little vials that we could tell. Like it teetered and
we
broke.
we step on we could teeter-totter it without stepping on it, and we didn't hear anything. Like we pushed down on one side, the other side came up.
If you kept them like exactly equally balanced between
Trap.
like 4 panels, then it would not set off whatever.
But when I actually first stepped on the first one, fully put my full weight on it, heard something break underneath, gas came up, went by my lantern, things went poof. Then something happened further down, and all of them seemed to go shoot the gas out, and everything went poof, and we left the room.
Right. So is there another door?
There was another door down here.
Was there?
I think so.
What's that to the right there? I'm assuming. Is that where we came?
Oh, yeah. No,
We've already been there.
Yeah.
There's a burial room for horses in there.
Yeah. We're not going back down
That's where we
here.
got
That's what's in that room.
So we got the levers to open the door below that one,
Right.
Yeah.
which took
And
us
then
to the room to get the 3-star keys.
There's this door right here, which they closed because they raided that place, but then there's something really nasty inside, and they couldn't kill it, so they closed the door.
Well, no.
It's a whirling dervish made of bones.
We killed it, and then it started putting itself back together.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad.
So
There's
we
also
said,
a lion type thing.
So-
with
then there's a
it's
statue
good
of
that we
Yin.
don't have
How
two.
much do we know about this place before we went into it?
Well, Zabir was very forthcoming. He told you nothing.
yeah.
All he told you was that this was the resting place of Neferit, who was a Delkeshi noblewoman who lost her life tragically just before the city was occupied by Azeryan hundreds of years ago.
There's also insecticide footprints with dog-sized scat, and there were a couple of human footprints as well. We haven't come across those things yet.
Are we able to do just like a general lore test on it? Or is...
You did last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Neferit. So the basic history here is Hapenilis is one of the cities of the Venerian Sea, and I'm just going to change the map for the viewers at home.
Okay.
So Hapenilis is it's a city on the Venerian Sea. Okay, so let's back up a step here.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay.
No.
Welcome to the game. That's perfectly okay.
Well, and
This
with
is
him not
the-
working, we've got time.
I just had the one YouTube video
This is the Venerian Sea.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Hapenilis. I suppose I should go to that map too. This is Hapenilis right here.
Oh.
Okay. This is the empire of, like, right here. This is the empire of Delkesh. Like, that entire thing is the empire of Delkesh. Okay.
Okay.
Delkesh is kind of like. What's up?
Just it's still the old map on the screen there.
There you go.
Yeah, this has to be up, otherwise it's. Okay. So this is the empire of Delkesh. So you came from basically up in this corner up here, from the city of Goris. Okay. You traveled. Where you're headed is to the library at Natha, which is right here at the headwaters of the Targa River. Okay. So all of this a long time ago was conquered by an empire of people called the Azeryani. The Azeryani also conquered Triarzon, where you're from, your homeland, and Palathane. Those are actually former provinces in the empire. Okay, so imagine it was like the Romans. You know, they conquered from sea to sea, kind of idea, right? But that's far to the east, far to the west. What's happened is in the last 60, 70 years, a lot of these Delkeshi holdings have freed themselves and have rejoined the empire of Delkesh. Okay, so Hapenilis is kind of like this old city, which imagine the Delkeshi are like Egyptians.
Okay.
And if you would, the Azeryani are a lot like Romans. Okay, and so those two cultures are kind of merged together. And recently, the Azeryani had to abandon these posts just because they didn't have enough troops to actually, or power to actually hold on to them. Okay, so hundreds of years ago, when Delkesh was conquered by the Azeryani, Neferit was a daughter of the city then, a relatively important one. Okay, and what occurred was the story of how she became entombed is a little bit. You heard it from a dragoman Zabir, who you kind of got the feeling that his actual take on history might have been a little stilted. Okay, and so what happens is she's buried here, apparently with some great treasures, right? Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So where we move on to is that at the back of the city you have this tomb, the Tomb of Neferit. Okay. And you guys have now sort of found your way into it. Okay. What occurs is if you go south of here, there's just a single pathway that leads out basically to the stairs. Like to the south, you can actually see sunlight. Yeah, if you scroll up, like these are the stairs. Those are the stairs leading in right there.
Okay, I see that.
Right?
Yeah.
So you've kind of come up here. You investigated this door. You couldn't get it open. You managed to break into this room. This room was apparently where they buried all of the servants, etc., who served her as slaves. Okay, as well as your favorite horse and chariot and all of that kind of good stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So you managed to break in there. In there, you actually found the rods necessary to open this door. Okay. You went inside there. Inside, you found a rather disturbing statue of a creature. They found a rather disturbing statue of a creature who they recognized as sort of an ancient spirit of Dalkesh called Yig, who is... Everybody who's ever played Call of Cthulhu kind of went, oh, no.
Even I got that one.
Yeah. But what was also in there were 3 keys, specially shaped keys that allowed you to open this door, which was locked beyond his ability to pick locks, which is pretty phenomenal.
Well,
Okay. Anyhow,
We got in here and found a hallway
yes.
down. And
So I'm not going to move you inside, but what happens is, who has the light here? Is that
I have a light.
would I
Yeah.
have a light too, since how I came by myself?
Yeah. So
But you didn't
so
want
this
us to
is
see it first.
this is the hallway down, right? This is the hallway down. What's happened is apparently there are platforms with a central
Yeah.
pith and some sort of, when you tilt it, they heard like the tinkling of fragile glass, and suddenly there was a thin gas that was released through these holes. And when the gas was released, the flames of the torch burned blue for a moment, and then there was an attempt to cross them, and there was a whole bunch of breaking, and then there was a whole bunch of exploding.
Okay.
How far down did he make it?
I think I only made it down about this.
Well, the first one was triggered.
Yeah, about there.
I made it about... First one I made about there, then I made it back to there while I was burning. And then for some reason, once further down...
So these plates cross the whole thing. You have to step.
I think it's 4 squares as a plate.
Yeah, tough to say. Like, you don't know, right? What you know is the first one is that way, but the second one might be completely different.
Maybe
Right.
I want to switch the map again.
What's that? Is the map not switching? What is that?
My turn for coffee.
Oh, jeez. Okay. There we go. Oh, so it actually has to be on the screen. That sucks. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'll just put it over here. That's the thing. No!
technology.
Still works. Okay.
Well, it blinked and then it came back, so you're good.
Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. My
Learning
moderator
parts.
is running children all over the city. So, okay.
Well,
So that kind of leaves us where we are.
Windstar gave us motions.
What's that?
Windstar gave us mana and hit point potions before she went to bed.
Excellent.
We're gonna need them.
Okay. So I have an idea.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
First things first. I'm gonna lean myself up against the wall and recover.
Did you make a recovery last
Didn't
game?
I do that
I did
to
not.
Okay, fair enough.
you? Haven't I done that for you?
We didn't really get a chance to treat my wounds before we had to stop the last game.
So
I thought we did.
Or if we did, they didn't work out well because I got nothing classed as treated. So
Okay.
who was the one that stepped on it first?
Yes.
Was it you?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it was Cam that didn't dodge.
So you're saying, sorry, it balancing, so maybe one further down came up when you stepped on the first
Yeah,
one?
so what happens is the plates, they're almost like the central fulcrum, and so when you step on it, this side comes up,
Ah, okay.
right? But there seems to be something underneath this. As you actually press down, there's like this tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Yeah. So
Underneath.
it's like in sets of 4. So if you step on this one, this goes down. This one comes up a bit.
Right.
This one comes up a bit.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's obviously some sort of alchemical potion or something.
And it goes quick.
Yeah, once you put your full weight on it.
Yeah, once you put your full weight on it, it descended about 6 inches or so, and there's a lot of glass shatter.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, how much weight do you have to put on it to make it tip?
Do you want to go test?
I don't know, we can go grab some rocks and pots and huck them down the thing.
Well, that was more... There's a bunch of, like, wheel parts and stuff in there, or shields, or I'm not sure.
Yep.
We could roll something big down there, set off a bunch, leave a lamp in the room, and jump out. And,
What could possibly go wrong?
Can we scale the sides of them?
Never thought about that. Never tried that.
The roof was smooth tile, wasn't it?
The roof is vaulted with...
Which was unusual for this construction.
Yes, it's very unusual. So what happens is, one thing about Dalkeshi architecture, they have lintels. So it's like stones and then square across.
Right. Yep.
Azerjani has arches.
Okay, so this is...
This has arches. So it was obviously built by an Azerjani architect.
Half of it is Azerjani, half of it
Dalkeshi.
is Dalkeshi.
Yeah,
Right.
which also is curious.
Yeah.
So it's smooth stats.
No, not super smooth. It looks like there's stone, but it's been stuccoed, plastered over, and there are along the sides. Out in this hallway, there were a ton of what am I thinking here? Murals, etc. Right? This hallway does not appear to be significantly different. Right? Tells of like Neferit, like there's pictures like right here beside the door. There are like from here with your light, Neferit. You can see pictures of a woman in traditional Dalkeshi garb giving food or gold or something to people who are begging before her.
And then it gets seared off.
Well, it's now scarred.
If I remember correctly, there was almost a plinth or something up in this corner here as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, there's a plinth. It was about the 2 feet off the ground, or about 2 feet tall. Okay?
Yeah.
And just a plain stone of some sort.
So if there's 4 of them and 4 of us, could we not try to manage our weight?
You just gotta get
I don't know how the
someone
heck
over
we
to the
would-
far side. That's the... Actually, I have... Okay, if whoever has the light stays out here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in and say, I'm going in by myself,
Yes.
and I'm gonna push down on the side that got pushed down already,
Okay.
and that does...
Test it.
Yeah, once it moves down...
Okay.
Is there, there was that breaking glass before. Is it just something crushing on already broken glass? Is it...
Okay, so you, with the reflected light, you move in, okay? And you are, basically, you move gingerly ahead to where you can actually feel the stone of the floor stop, and then whatever this platform is made of, it's relatively well balanced. Whoever did this, their engineering was pretty cunning. You step down, and as you do so, you hear again sort of this crushing of glass. The last time what you heard was kind of a popping sound, right? As if something was being released. This time it's just a sort of a crushing sound, right?
Okay.
As if the glass is already broken. Perhaps you've discharged all of them? You don't know.
In that spot.
There was the fireball that went off was not to be sneezed at.
Yeah. But was it just right in front of us?
Yeah,
Did it
well,
seem like
yeah.
I guess
You were going the other way, dude.
Okay. Next part of my test. I'm going to go on the other side there and push down again.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as you push down, sort of that same sort of crushing, grinding sound. Again, not the, but the like.
Okay. So it's probably one per thing or something.
One per thing.
Maybe.
Per group of 4.
Maybe.
I already asked that. He said, we don't know. It could be different.
Well, this is my supposition at this stage. As
So do you
opposed
wanna
to
step on-
one per...
Hey, you two
Square.
agile roguey people. Go have fun.
Yeah, please.
I'll stay out here and heal him.
I'm more of a talker.
Okay. So let's pause for a second. Let's do your recovery.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's your resistance, is it?
It is, yes. For every success, you get 2 back, right?
Right.
Okay.
2 back.
That'll be 4 back.
That'll be 4 back. Because I actually have 1 in resistance.
Aha. Did that hurt?
I have no vigor left.
That's right.
which means I have
Should I
to.
heal him before he does a...
No, he does resistance first. Always happens first.
The recovery happens first. Then. So 6 back.
6. All right, that's not bad. Okay. Do you want to do a healing test on him?
Sure.
Okay, you got to use a shot of medicine, or just
How
going to
bad
use
is
a regular
hurting
kit?
you still?
I have. Well, it's the 2 wounds that are.
So if I use it,
So she needs, yeah.
so I have to use a charge, and that gives me just 1 more dice. What does it do?
Yes.
5 wounds. We'll get back here. Yeah. That's kind of gross. That
Yep.
was 1 success, and I can reroll 1. That's 2 successes.
All right. So you'll gain 4 back from that as well.
And the 2 wounds are treated. And
Oh no, sorry, right. So you're treating wounds, right? So how
Yep.
many successes altogether?
2
2. All right. So you'll, so both your wounds will be treated.
with the
You're
kit.
you're bound. Yeah, you
Yep.
just have disadvantage.
Do we make a...
My apologies. And your last, so that would be 2, and you got 3 successes. Did you say? Or 2?
2.
2. Okay. So both your wounds are bound.
yeah.
Woohoo.
Oh, should we also make recovery rolls for like mental resolve stuff?
Oh yeah, because you got scared to be Jesus, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you're taking a pause. Sure.
What have you guys been doing?
No, I think he had he had the bear trap snap on his leg.
And that's what I treated.
That's what you treated.
Yeah.
And then he was having to chat with the Yig. Well, or trying to chat.
I forget if
Yig-
it was that or the skeleton monster. But,
Yig winked back at you.
That's right.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a refresh on your screen there. Looks like you've gone offline. Okay. So, yeah. So what it sounds like is, it sounds just like crushing glass is what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
So, does that help you?
And again,
No, continue. Sorry.
just that it tilts both like this way and that way when it moves, or
Yeah, it's like it has a central fulcrum.
Okay.
Right. So it doesn't descend far. Like when you push it down, it descends maybe 3 or 4 inches. Like, it's not like a wobbly plate, right? Just enough to, if you're putting some weight on it, to shatter the thin glass.
Well, the other thing is though, once you get to this side, it's going to come down this area, and are there more plates or more glass vials on this side?
Well, that's why you toss things.
well, or I am wondering if the trick is more to move in concert in a group.
If there was a platform big enough that we could put down that would fit on all 4 at the same time, and we stood on that,
Or even middle of 1 to middle of 2. That
Yeah.
keeps them from
and then if we had a second one, I'm just looking at the objects in that other room.
some rotting boards. The carriage is quite
Oh,
Yeah, it's
gone.
like from hundreds, if not
Steel.
thousands of years ago.
Hundreds.
it is.
Hundreds.
The amphoras, however, were intact, right? They're
Yeah.
like large
You
ceramic.
could actually roll one of the amphoras down and see.
Over the lids.
So you know what an amphora is?
no.
An amphora is basically a vase about this tall, made of ceramic, used to store things like honey, wine, oil, etc.
Urn.
They're very common in the ancient world.
Right.
Again, the
And
other
Skyrim.
thing is
In
because
Skyrim.
they were being lit off by the lamp.
Yeah.
If we go without any light,
Oh.
we could make it all the way through.
Yeah, by keeping our hands on the wall and
Yeah. But then if enough gas goes up, it might be enough to...
knock us out, depending
Yes.
on what the gas is.
We don't know what the gas is.
Or, follow us to the next area. Or, it has its own spark mechanism.
Somewhere.
Yeah, you don't know whether or not it has some ability to set itself off, right?
Is there like a knowledge traps?
There is a skill called "It's a Trap."
Ah, I was going to get that.
It's a talent.
It's a talent.
I'm
Yes.
so close to getting
Yeah.
that one too.
With some alchemy, you might be able to figure out.
Dizzy.
No, that was your last character.
Ooh. Hard pass.
No, me neither.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I
so-
say just huck things down and break everything.
Okay, let's try that.
I'm all for hucking.
Okay, so we'll go back into that room, grab a amphora.
And just roll it down and...
All right. Okay, fair enough. So the object here is, okay, so you're going to grab these amphoras. Now, these amphoras, they're very large, right? They stand about as tall as a man, and they're as wide, they're about a man's width and height as well, right? Now, when you checked inside of them, they apparently were just some of the grave goods with the servants, right? So they'd be food and wine for their trip into the afterlife.
So thoughtful.
Yeah. Then they killed them and laid them to rest here. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Thanks for the wine, guys. They probably even didn't get to drink the wine.
Let's just leave us in here with it.
Yeah. Anyhow, so just the ceramics themselves are massively heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to require a couple of athletics checks here to sort of get these out and get them sort of moving in a general direction where it's, and not breaking them, I guess.
Craig. Yes, I cannot. Those
Those
are
are
my
muscle
dice
man.
here. Yes. Thank you.
She's actually got strong back and a few other things.
I got strong back, but only 9 athletics.
Well, I'm the all help. Assist, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so he seems to be quite...
Are you beefy?
I got some.
He's burly compared to the rest of you.
What you got?
I got.
What's your brawn? 9?
I got 8 brawn and 1 in athletics.
Right.
So
What are you?
Mine's 9.
9 total for athletics? Or 9 brawn?
Oh, 10 total.
There you
So I
go.
got 1.
Same here, so.
So, plus 2, because I've got the strong back.
Okay.
She's just...
All right. Yeah, so both of you will generate successes. This is not a help roll. This is actually your... 2 people can lever these things.
Right.
Okay.
It's long enough.
Right. And so what you're looking for is you're looking for a total of 3 bronze successes to actually successfully haul it. Complications mean breakage.
None and none.
Nothing.
All
Oh,
right.
that's heavy.
Way
Don't you have a
heavier.
reroll with strong back?
Nope. Any athletics,
Oh, that's right.
tests
If you
plus
get
one
you
success
get an
per
extra success if you get one.
All right. Okay, so there's 3 of these. You've kind of and you can hear kind of the scraping of it. Okay. Each of you with failures, you can both put a fatigue on your sheet.
Yeah, we can.
Woo-hoo.
Okay. So what a fatigue does is you fill it in from the far side. You just put an F in there, and this is essentially you're trying to exert yourself. It counts against your current vigor.
Right. Makes
Okay.
sense.
All right. So you you attempt to lever these things out. They're freaking heavy. Okay.
Are they metal, not ceramic?
What's that? No, they're ceramic.
They're just heavy.
Yeah, they're full of stuff.
We just didn't think of, emptying it first.
No,
They're sealed. They're sealed.
what about those wagon wheels?
not in any condition to roll.
Yeah.
Remember, Ibram already tried that.
Yeah, the wood was desiccant. If you recall, when Ibram tried to when he took the yoke actually came apart in his hands.
Okay. What there'd be like metal rims.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a metal rim, but the wood inside. Yeah, I would say on a quality of 1 to 5, it's a 1, meaning that they'll fall apart easily.
Yeah. So my point is more, if you pick it up by the metal rim, you
Yeah.
could probably carefully roll it out and roll it down, and it's gonna probably break at some point there. But for our purposes, I don't care.
All right. Okay. So these are bound in bronze, heavily corroded. Okay. When you pick them up,
Wait, corroded bronze?
yeah, so it's kind of greenish color.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more cosmetic thing than
Yeah, like all metals
Tarnished.
corrode, right?
Tarnished.
Yeah. So it's not rusted, but it is still covered. It's pitted with sort of.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pick it up, all of the weight is in the metal itself. Okay. So you pick it up carefully. Okay. I'm not going to make a roll for it or anything like that. But as you pick it up, you know that if you handle it, it's going to misshape the wheel almost immediately as soon as you know what I mean, because you get the metal band around it, and normally there's the tensile strength of the wood, right? Well, as you kind of pick it up, what you really have is the metal.
Yeah.
It's like a metal hula hoop with wood bits inside.
How much does it weigh, give or take?
20 pounds.
That's probably not enough.
No, we need to move one of the amphoras. Can we try again?
Absolutely. Yep.
Very
Alright.
vigorous. Chasing Whimsy.
Maybe a lighter
Should
one.
we get like 4 of us around it and all like...
What's that?
Who's chasing Whimsy?
That's my wife.
Ah, so Verdigris for the bronzing.
Yeah, verdigris. Thank you very much.
I don't think you can actually get 4, and you've only got 2 actual handles.
She says, "Love you."
Yes, there are only 2 handles. That is correct. So normally how you'd carry an amphora is they're normally carried by 4 people. What they would do is they would put a
Sticks.
piece of wood through them and carry them
Yeah.
on their shoulders.
Which we don't have any wood that's worthy of the name.
Don't have any wood, no.
No, and even the door weavers kind of died, so...
Right, well, we'll try again.
All right,
I think that's
Right.
all we can do.
brute strength.
Are-
Let's do it.
Are they all the same size, or there's some that's smaller?
The fuck?
Ugh.
Okay. Are they all the same size? You are trying some of the smaller ones.
Okay.
There are some bigger ones.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that's another F.
Did someone try to stand on that statue plinth at some point?
I don't know. I don't think anyone actually
I
tried
eyeballed
to.
it.
Everyone eyeballed it, but I don't think we actually stood on it.
No.
I'll go stand on that.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is, Octavian, you have a torch. Okay.
Okay.
Because the other torch was owned by.
Ibn.
Yes.
I do have torches.
It
It's
does-
not lit.
I can't remember whether or not the lamp actually broke, because I can't remember if I dropped it or not.
Well, that's a good
wonder.
point.
You were on fire.
Yeah.
But you've held on to it.
Probably not.
How disciplined are you?
Yeah. So you can make a discipline check versus the number of harms that you took.
Oh, great. It's gonna break. Yep, because I only got 1 success and I took 2 harms.
Okay. Yeah, and your lamp, if you recall, was actually a ceramic lamp filled with oil, kind of like one of those Arabian lamps, kind of idea. Yeah. So
It wasn't flat bottomed.
what's that?
You said it wasn't.
No, that was the other one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It shattered, and its fuel was consumed by the fire.
Yeah.
However, Ibram had his torch, which falls to the ground and does not go out, and he also had another one in his bag.
So yeah, we'll have 2 torches, and
Alright.
so we have 2 sources of light. Which, because one source of light's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So you want to go stand on the plinth.
Yep.
So I'm gonna move myself in there.
Okay, so you now emit light. There you go.
You're gonna be
You do.
up there.
All right. So you guys go in. Okay. So this plinth of stone. First off, when I say plinth, it's like a plinth kind of suggests something bigger. This is definitely a carved piece of stone. It's not here randomly. Okay, but it's not really like it. When you stand on it, it is just a solid piece of stone. It's about 2 feet high. When you stand on it, nothing happens. Okay, it actually rocks slightly, as if the bottom is not 100% flat. Okay, but like it's not it's not set deep into the ground. However, the top of it is carved with a hole in the center, and there's a groove that leads to the hole. And then on the side of the plinth, there is another thing that fits a square hole about the size of a 4x4. You know what I mean? And it seems to go all the way through the plinth to the other side.
Turn them on and off.
What's that?
It's a hole in the side, and it's not level, so it's a switch. Turn on and off, but we don't have pieces of wood.
We do still have the 1 bar from the.
Yeah. So it's not attached to the ground, right? Like you can move it from where it's sitting.
So then how would it...
Could it,
Okay,
would it
so-
actually fit in the holes in the middle?
What's that?
The way that it's designed, would it fit?
The right size
To fit in
those
the
holes in the center of the...
where the gas
rock
came
part.
out.
It looks to be about the same shape.
How much does this thing weigh?
Well, it's a 2-foot block of stone, right? So it's not light.
Do we want to
Does
try
it
it?
have anything to grab? Like any...
There's a hole through it that you could put a big, wood thing, and yeah.
But like I said, the only thing we have that could do it is the one handle of the door that we already that we have left. Because the other one's
So we're thinking it can move on to the center of these blocks. And
Yeah.
stop it.
possibly.
Possibly.
You let us how they refilled it.
Yeah, because then how would we move to the next one?
Good question.
That is a good question.
What are the walls like? I'm going to actually look at the walls and see if I think it would be climbable.
Okay, so the walls are, like I said, they arch up. Okay, the ceiling has, as you can see, bronze chains that hang down, probably where there were once braziers or something like that. But the braziers are not here. Okay, the chains are here though, and they hang down about every 20 feet or so apart. Okay. The walls on both sides are carved pretty much the same. Like they're inset with stone. So it's like a pillar, and then there's a recessed wall, right? Pillar, right. At 2 feet on both sides, 2 feet high above the ground on both sides, there is a channel, okay, that looks like it would fit like a beam, like about like a 4x4, that would kind of fit right inside of there. You know, you could almost flush with it.
Right. Right.
Push the thing along and they refill, or they push the... Because the block is a 2-foot block of stone.
Yeah.
With something through it, so they put it into that channel
And push along.
and push along.
It's interesting that you said there was... That's like a big torchy thing, right? Pretty much.
The braziers, yeah.
The braziers
A
above.
light source and obviously a flame.
Yes. So how would it not set off the gas? That's an excellent question.
But that to me means the trap is meant to explode, as opposed to suffocate us.
Yeah.
It's not like a huge...
It's provided that each of these things is actually the same kind of trap with a gaseous substance.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point too. Are the chains broken? Like, have they
No.
have these been ripped
It's like somebody's
out?
actually... They probably had the braziers
I'll
up...
GM here.
Sorry.
Okay. There's a hook on the end of it where you would
Okay.
hang a brazier.
Yeah. So they probably had the braziers up
So they could move
during the
it.
construction and then removed them before they actually activated the trap.
Right. Remember, you're not meant to ever come in here, right?
Right. This is a pickle.
Yes, it is.
Because you really want to go in there.
Yeah.
So how far apart are the hanging hooks?
About 20 feet.
On rusty bronze chain, do you really want to try anything?
No, bronze maintains its strength over age.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just gets covered in leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
But how thick of a bronze chain? I mean, I guess it had to hold.
the actual links are about a finger width in size.
Oh, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how strong brass is, but
Bronze.
Bronze is actually very strong.
Yeah. Well, they made swords of it.
true.
Not as good as iron swords, but bronze does last longer than iron, though.
Yeah.
And is...
Why don't you just leave all flames out and just walk across?
Sure.
Just go.
Because when I said that, people thought it was a bad idea for some reason.
No, we didn't think it was a bad idea. We were just
can't
trying
see
to...
the end.
No. No.
Jeez. And we're not sure. Well, what about the thing? What about the thing that we're not sure it's the same trap?
That's just too complicated.
Yeah, I don't.
You know?
Keep
Okay.
it simple, stupid.
Okay, so we'll...
Do we have anything mirrored at all?
No.
Oh,
Like,
to put the light.
Because we put the light outside the door and sort of reflect in.
That's a good point.
there were bronze dishes in the, what do you call it? In
Oh,
the-
yeah, we actually cleaned up the bronze dish, yeah.
Polish, polish, polish.
Sold.
All right. Now, I know this might seem a little bit trifling, but I'm actually going to say that in order to make it so it's usable, I'm actually going to need somebody to make a craft roll to actually.
I'll try it.
Okay. It's just because, like you have to remove the verdigris and,
Yep,
not
no, that's
damage the bronze.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. It's a difficulty one, so not particularly hard, but it's something you can destroy. Do you have tradesmen?
I do not.
Okay.
No, that was Cam.
That was Cam.
Okay.
Cam had journeyman and mastercrafts.
Oh, man.
What do I have?
Poor Ibram.
I have 1 success.
One success. All right. All right. The second question I'm going to ask you is, where are you doing that? Are you doing that by the light of your guttering torch, or are you going to light the second torch, your second and last torch, or are you?
It's not 2 torches.
You have torches?
Yeah.
Do you smell wood smoke? Do you smell wood smoke? Like something burning?
Is that a joke?
No, like seriously, do you smell wood smoke?
Well, 'tis the season. Your neighbors would have wood fireplaces.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure my house isn't on fire.
No, it's not a thing.
Okay.
I smell
Oh.
what you're smelling.
Okay.
Yes, then you got a whiff, yes.
Oh, I know what it is. My bathroom window's open. My window's closed. So, 1 second. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, we're outside. We're good. We're good. I'm just thinking, if the windows are closed, why am I
There's a fire in
smelling
the
that?
backyard. But
That's right, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay. Is my house on fire? That
You
would
smell
suck.
burnt toast?
Yeah, it's like... Okay.
And how really get a whiff is you open it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
So, yes, we'll be doing it by the torchlight.
All right, sounds good. I was gonna, see if anything happens while you're, waiting.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It takes you like a quarter of a glass to, chip this off. Use your cloak, which is now, just covered in, grime and grit.
Yeah, well, the cloak wasn't going to be much good anyhow.
lost your
There is
cloak.
parts of it.
Yeah.
I'm using the rags of my cloak because
Yes.
the cloak was
All right.
burned.
Yeah. So you, but you finally managed to polish it to a shine.
Rough shine.
Okay. How the hell am I going to do this light-wise?
I mean, just put a light source where we put the mirror, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
It'd be right about here somewhere. I guess.
So that's about
Light
how
will be
far your
there.
light will go,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep, that's better than nothing.
I'm okay with sitting outside while you guys walk down there and come back.
Come back.
You hope we come back.
When you say it's safe.
All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put Ibram back on the
back
map
on.
as your light source.
Okay.
Human fat burns just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so he emits light for that space.
Yeah,
All
there
players
was-
can see that light, but he does not have sight.
There was some type of fatty seabird that they used to use like as a lamp. That they like dry them out, and then they just were so much fat, you light them on
Just
fire,
like the bird.
and they would just burn from one end, kind of like a candle.
That's awesome.
So who's going down?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
My character's actually cautious, so definitely not it.
I've already got burned once. Practical? Yeah, I'm not gonna.
This was your idea. You should totally be going.
Yeah, sure.
So.
We facilitate your suicide.
And are you going, Octavian?
I'll watch this time. I'll let the experts show me how to do this.
Go get him, Tiger.
You got this.
All right.
We cheer for you.
So, is it better to try to like hop from the center thing to the center
Just break
thing?
them all.
I don't know. You could try hopping.
Or are we in the more danger because we're actually close to the fire?
Probably.
It didn't follow us out.
Well, you know how fire works.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess I'm curious who's going down there.
Yeah, I'm going, and I'll go.
I'll go with him.
I'll just go down one side, and I think I'm
So
gonna
if
break
we-
everything.
Now, you're going to run? Or did you want to try and step in some kind of sequence?
Well, first off, running in complete blackness.
Yeah, no,
Dim
On
light
tippy
for a bit.
floors.
What's that? All right. Okay, so center or the sides, or what are you doing?
Because if you want to do, if I get what you're saying with the center, if you want to try that, then I'll.
Well, couldn't you go down the center and do the okay, now it's starting to tip. I'm gonna step more on this side, and would that work?
How quickly did it go?
It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
They weren't expecting it though, right?
Right.
So if you were expecting it, could you?
He just tested it.
So if you jumped from one center to the next center, could you balance yourself? Is that the question?
Yeah, or if we kind of did the, go to one side and the other so that you're
I got
walking across it so that it's staying relatively balanced.
I would say that it's going to be a difficult acrobatics check.
How many numbers is difficult?
2.
Oh, 2?
That's what I said.
Well then, I'll do that. And I'm just going to go to the other end.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. See if we get any complications on that.
Nope, that's 3 successes.
All right, 3 successes.
So that's 1 onto the table.
Yeah, throw 1 onto the table. Here's the momentum pile. Oh, I don't know where the bowl is. Oh, where's the bowl?
Bowl's over here.
Thank you.
Some monies.
All right. So, Fausto, you can't walk right to the edge because the edge actually tilts down. So you have to jump kind of over the spot. So you can't do it as a walk. You actually it's kind of balance, 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 jump, balance, 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 jump. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you are nimble like a cat, and it seems like you were fortunate enough to make it this far. You move down into the darkness to the point where the third hole or so, it's kind of hidden by the darkness. The fourth hole is just gone from your sight, right? You don't see anything, right?
Now, did he have any?
And when you jump, you can kind of feel the rim of this hole, right? You have no idea how far this corridor goes. It could go for a mile. It doesn't because the map isn't that big. But okay. However, the next hole though that you get to, you kind of jump, you kind of hit that ring in the middle, right? You can definitely feel that ring because you can feel your foot. But then, as you're kind of stepping off to sort of balance yourself, there's kind of a gritty sound, like a crunching sound, as if there's something underfoot.
Well, obviously I can see on the map what that is.
Yeah.
Your eyes are acclimating to the darkness.
Yeah, no, it's like that thing, where your eyes, you can feel your pupil widening, and it's just there is no light here.
Right. Do you want us to toss a torch down?
Now, was there any glass noises after he got past the 2 that we'd broken?
No, he rolled 3 successes in an acrobatics check, man.
Oh, you didn't tip them far enough.
Breaking it.
But there's a pile of bones here.
Actually, can you make a observation test?
Can I? Yes. By 1 success. No, wait. 2 successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
So 2 successes total?
Yeah.
All right. So difficulty 2. This is basically, with observation, the more you notice, the more detail you get. The first detail you get is that this room definitely has sort of this continual pattern down the way. Okay. The second thing, however, though, is after you jump past the second ring, the floor doesn't move. You don't think so, right? And so on this one, where you kind of touch the bone, you feel that crunching of the bone. You're like, I know what that is, right? Mm-hmm. But the floor seems solid. You're not sure exactly how far back the solidness goes, but the floor seems solid.
I mean,
you want to step off the center and see if things move.
With all the
bones.
Yeah, I'm more wondering why there's a pile of bones here.
insecticide footprints with dog-side scat.
No, they wouldn't be able to get through the door.
Yeah. Unless they're already inside.
Open over and around and rotten little bits and pieces.
Yeah, or they live in here. Okay. Well, I'll have a dagger in hand.
Okay.
Or a hand on a dagger. Probably don't want to actually run with scissors, as it were.
Live dangerously.
I guess I'll back up and try to find the first panel that feels like it's moving at all. But tentatively, so that once it starts moving at all, then I'm back to where it was.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you actually retreat to about where that light is right there.
So right about here, or
Yeah, and then the next panel is the moving panel. So you think maybe there are 2 of these panels that are actually mobile, and then the floor seems to be solid.
And how wide are the panels? 5 feet?
They go right to the wall.
Oh, sorry, I meant if we were to try to jump them.
Oh, what would the total jump be? Well, you've got 3 hexes.
15 feet?
So
Okay.
3, yeah, so 12 feet.
Sorry, I'm not an Olympic long jumper.
Hmm.
good, but not that good.
No. Right.
Give you a pretty good jump.
But we think that the first one...
Yeah. Oh, and now that your eyes are kind of piercing around in the gloom here, beside the wall, right here where this pillar is, right, you actually see, just sort of butted up against the wall, a small stone about 2 feet in size, maybe 2 feet square or so.
Another one.
Yeah, with a hole that runs through the center of it, about big enough for a 4x4.
Kind of like the other one.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, if you kind of look through the hole, you can actually see the other one directly ahead of you.
Okay. Like almost put a plank on there to walk over.
There you go. We still don't have any of that, so.
Brought rope though, didn't we?
We had rope.
Can you walk tightrope?
I think rope was. The rope might have also been part of the.
Rope is now living with the whatever that bone thing was.
Oh, okay.
He lost his equipment. Remember, he lost the bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would my guy who died from climbing have rope?
He may have rope.
You were free climbing. That's why you didn't have
kind
rope.
of person.
I don't know. Do you have rope?
In other words, he's mentioning you could use a fortune point for rope.
Hard bargain. Do we actually think rope will be effective at what we're trying to do here?
I'll say that. I'll give you rope and 2 torches for one of those green guys right there.
And 2 torches. How many torches did I arrive with?
Just the one. Yeah. You actually.
I was well prepared. I see.
Well, you didn't expect them to go into a tomb.
Okay.
And he expected we were just taking in the sights, but.
And I couldn't happen to have, say, a large 4x4.
Pretty large, though, huh?
Well, that would be that long.
About 20 feet long.
It's like.
Where the hell did that thing come from?
Bag of holding. What do you think?
I just don't see the rope idea, I guess.
I would say just walk and go make
Yeah,
sure
okay.
all the glass is
So,
broken.
I think we just try and do it.
Well, I guess we could do that. Because if it's only going to be one of those, then I could just break it on the way out and then throw a torch in from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That
let the
clears
gas
the room.
dissipate.
Nope. We've got a torch that's getting low-ish, so that's fine.
What do you guys think?
Oh, sure. So,
Sure.
fastest, easiest way.
Run it.
Okay.
Well, okay, no. In order to break them all, you're going to have to be pretty thorough, right?
Go stand.
Like if you run
weeble
across it, you might
wobble,
get some of them, but you won't get all of them.
Weeble all the boards.
Well,
all the
you
way
just have to get
around.
one side, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Of course, when the other side smashes down after you jump off the last person.
Or you guys can just, jump across and not set off this one set.
We could.
We could.
Yeah, that's
What's
why I
that
was
skill?
that's what I was saying.
Acrobatics?
We've done the one.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. No one has torches, right? So
Not
No,
lit.
we'll have
no
the
flame.
No flame.
Not lit.
Okay.
Well, not till you're across anyway.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So okay, do you retreat somewhere down to give a little bit of space?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll kind of investigate something near the ground with my cloak kind of pulled over in such a way that if there's a fireball, it'll...
Hopefully go over you.
Yeah.
You do know you're wearing. Are you wearing one of the sea cloaks, which is an oiled
Okay.
cloak?
We've got sea cloaks and we've got the other cloaks.
Yeah.
No, I'm wearing my dark sneaky cloak for my sneakiness.
Right.
Yes, it's slick with oil in order to. All right. So so the plan here is you're all going to make acrobatics checks. Is that my understanding?
Is it?
It sounds like a bad plan.
I like the idea of you going and breaking all the things thoroughly and then tossing a thing down. Because as we saw, the other one burned away pretty quickly once we got out of the room and, stopped being on fire.
He doesn't. You're not confirmed that it does not have some self-ignition, right?
Yeah.
Whatever this material is, it's not natural. It's some sort of alchemical thing, right?
It could reach to a certain point and just boom on its own.
Yeah. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
And if that's such a great idea, why don't you do it?
My character's cautious. This is not Judith.
We'll go for it. I think I'm going to do something similar to him and
Yeah,
provide some insurance that I make it across.
Okay, go for it. Roll.
0, so 2.
2. Excellent. Okay.
We're agilitying across.
Acrobatic.
Acrobatic.
That was the dog.
Not that I'm able to roll below 9. 12 today. There you go, 2.
Yeah.
My dice are for craps today.
Yeah, the whole group, 1 green chip.
Who's going to pay to get rid of this?
Yeah.
Acrobatics. 9, so 1 extra success.
Okay, put a momentum on the table.
Ooh.
All right.
Look at us go.
So we're all basically like here.
Yep.
With light.
No.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Because
now we can light some light.
Right, okay, sure enough.
Okay, who wants the light? The light.
I'll
Sure.
Pull a dagger now, though.
Okay, pull a dagger. Tomos, you're going to ignite your
yeah.
torch.
Is Octavian coming?
No, he's there. It's just it's just
Really
dark.
He was the most cautious.
Oh, okay.
He was sneaking.
So
Hey, look.
Tomos has something lit.
There's more of those holes in the floor. Yay.
Yeah, but the floor isn't moving after we got past that one point, right?
On the panel that we're on.
Just very slowly.
Well, how far did I actually get down?
You got down to right
You
about,
got to about where you are right now.
right
So,
there, and that's where you first felt the bone, because to see all of the
Okay.
bones.
Yes.
And hey, look, there's no circle where the bows are, and then there's circles again.
Could be just an imagery thing.
Shall we continue?
Push the bones to the side. Do I see?
Okay.
Oh god, not bones.
Yeah.
Hey, healer, can you tell what killed these people?
They're bones. They're dead.
Yeah, but if they have like
Yeah,
if they
it's not good.
You know, they could have like spear or sword wounds.
2 healing successes.
2 healing successes. All right. Yeah. Yeah. These people were murdered.
Do I
You know
take
that,
off my sunglasses? They were murdered.
well, they were decapitated.
Oh,
Right. There are 4 sets of bones here. Every one of them.
I'm crouching down slightly lower.
approximately how tall were they?
Well, if they're ancient Delkeshi, about 5'6".
So I'm gonna be like right there.
As everybody hunches.
I just got some of the floor for a moment.
I'm envisioning, what was that?
Penitent man is humble
yeah.
before God.
Last Crusade.
Oh, yes.
So.
Okay.
So do we basically duck walk down the... Keeping
got
low?
More of those wobbly boards, possibly.
Careful where we step.
Yep.
Not putting all my weight down.
Can I take
Making sure there's no bear traps there on the floor.
That was the complication.
Okay.
Is there more tapestry as well?
Oh, not murals.
Murals.
Oh, murals.
Are there more murals on the wall?
Anything?
Yeah. So what
stand
happens is this entire panel is basically, a tribute to this woman, right? And you see symbols of her. It seems to be she seems to be getting older as she gets along here, right? And in fact, here you actually see her on the prow of a ship, and she appears to be blindfolded, and she's pointing the way. You don't know what that means exactly, but
Well, that's when she was coming back or something after being...
Quite the lore surrounding her.
Almost like you should proceed without being able to see, because your torches will kill you.
okay.
I would take a long, hard look at the upcoming passage and then put out the torch before you go on the next wobble board.
If there is any more wobble boards.
Well,
Wobble board? Is that the name of this trap now? Wobble board?
Doesn't sound very dangerous.
No.
No.
Wobble board of doom?
wiggles and it wobbles, and then you blow up.
Yeah.
It wiggles. It wobbles. It blows. Okay. So I'm sorry. Let's get down to action. What are you actually doing?
I'm walking slowly
Cautiously forward.
looking for the trap. And if there starts to be the feeling like there's
You're on the floor trap.
yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna keep looking at the walls.
All right. Yeah. So examining the walls.
Someone else should look up.
Yeah, I'm going to actually look up.
It's funny you should look up, right? Because Cam normally does the looking up.
Yes.
Okay. So
Put the torch high above me and look up.
yeah. So you look up. As you do so, so like I said, this entire place is arched, right? And it heads up to an arch which is quite high. It's probably about 20 feet above you. Okay. All of the arches are inlaid with shingles, colored shingles. Okay. They don't make a pattern or anything, but they're relatively well made. However, in this section right here, there are 3 beams that kind of go across at about 12 feet or so. Okay. They kind of go across in rapid succession, like about 5 feet across. Okay, and they basically span across the actual corridor. And you notice it seems to be like some sort of bolted wood, like as if it's like heavy wood of some kind, covered with metal. But then there are also some ragged bronze blades covered with verdigris along the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, that's where decapitation happens, right?
Yeah. Guillotine traps.
Wow.
See if I can follow a rope or anything to a trigger point.
Yeah. So looking at them, like they seem to be attached to the wall.
Uh-huh.
You seem doubtful.
Oh no, I'm not doubtful. Just because they're attached to the wall doesn't mean they won't still fall.
Yep. So, what exactly are you following? Exactly, you want to climb up there to see if you can have a look at them?
No, look out for trap triggers or something. We've got what look be blades hanging above our head.
How far do they span, more or less?
Just
they
would that
span
swing
from
be?
about they come like about here. The second one's about here. The third one's about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we just stay real low,
And you hope that they swing and don't just drop.
Which side of the beams when we're looking at it? The blades are on one
The
side?
bottom.
The
Bottom.
Oh, so then, yeah.
How intact are the bones? Do they still have some weight to them?
That's interesting. They are just bones, so they've been here a very long time. And under the torchlight, you can see that they have small, like, as if something with tiny teeth had nibbled at them.
Right. There wasn't any armor on them or something, maybe of substance.
Some torn pieces of cloth, a sandal on one of the bony feet.
Killed them and then something in here ate them.
So, but they died here and not in those traps. That's what's...
No, one of the
past the first set of traps.
One of the traps. Yeah, so they made it past the first set somehow.
They also made it past the door, which
Yeah.
you're pretty sure has not been open for a long time.
So they're
And the
probably,
keys were outside.
Yeah, I don't think they may have actually been in here prior to that door being closed.
Could have been. They could have tested the traps.
They start from somewhere in here and they say, if you make it out, we'll let you out. And they only got this far.
One day someone's going to find us and it's going to be very ominous. That's why we're going to do this.
Okay.
Alright, so we need a plan.
What have we been doing?
Oh wait, hold on. So you're saying above there's these beams are 5 feet apart.
Yes.
And the traps swing down from them, is that my understanding?
We don't
The
know.
blades are on the bottom, though.
Blades are on the bottom.
So either they swing and blades come to the side, or they just drop straight down.
Could we get up onto the beams and cross beam to beam? 5 feet isn't.
Except they're
They're about 12
12
feet
feet
high.
up.
They're above easy eyesight, right? So
Right.
Which is why I said I had to put the light up and...
yeah, and even then, like they're cunningly disguised. If they were younger, you think probably they would have blended into the ceiling, but with a verdigris, etc., they kind of stand out. And they cast shadows, right? So,
This is where I wish we were...
Well, I'm gonna grab some bones and I'm gonna chuck. See
okay,
what happens.
all right. So
You want to give us warnings so we can actually get
Where are
low
you
Well,
first?
throwing
if-
them?
if you-
Where are you throwing them?
I'm thinking of throwing them on one of the possible weight areas.
okay.
See if it sets off any trigger traps or...
Well, except if that's gonna set off the things from before, we get a big fireball in our face.
Rock in a
Okay.
hard place.
Right. Okay, that's fair enough.
If there's more
You
traps...
just turn around and leave. You know, you could do that.
Yeah, I feel like
but
we gotta
there's
do something.
treasure.
There's gotta be an answer here.
Wait, can we scroll the map down a little bit here? Because that looks like a door right there.
If we just basically crawl and hope that they don't go all the way down...
Except if those are the things from before. Do those look like the things from before?
Well, they all do.
They all do.
Including some of the ones.
Even some of the solid ones. That
Yeah. The floor is very cunningly disguised.
Should we be paying more attention to that stone? Because I've been thinking about it. And we were saying that...
Is this one in the middle also free? Like, the first one, the thing with the hole in it.
Yes.
The first one was not attached and hypothetically...
Correct.
could have
Yeah,
been
it's just butted up against the wall.
Okay. So...
Yeah, so it's quite heavy.
And it's
Like-
square?
Yep, square. It's about 2 feet square. It's a big block of stone.
you could probably try and push it and see if it sets off a trap.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to throw that very far.
No.
And
No.
squares don't roll so well.
No.
I was just thinking earlier, your idea that, they would be on either side and then they would put a beam through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that make sense? Like, if I put just the beam on the floor and go over to that desk,
Yeah.
I wouldn't need a block on either side
No.
to put it down.
Absolutely not.
So that's what makes me think it's not that. I don't know what it means, but... It seems like it should do something.
Okay. And do we still see the same grooves on each side as if there's something?
Yeah. No, there's only the one groove on that above, like in that area before that had the traps.
Okay. There's no groove to push anything that anything would go along here.
Well, okay, so you're here. You've just lit the torch. You saw these things above you. That's all you've done so far.
So
I said I looked at the sides.
What's that?
I said I was looking at the
Did you
sides.
make an observation test?
Well, now.
I have a...
Sharp senses?
1.
Okay. So 1 success. Okay. So so you said you were looking at the portraits, right?
Well, I said the sides.
Okay.
You just happened to mention the murals.
So murals cover this entire side. There is some very complex stonework underneath the murals. So the murals don't go all the way to the ground. They start maybe 2.5 feet above the ground, and then they go up, right? So just below that, though, there is some fairly, some ruggedly made stonework beneath it. Okay, as you kind of explore that, you don't see anything obvious. Okay, like there's nothing that says, "Oh, look, a hole in the wall" or something like that, right?
Or a trap
A
trigger
switch.
or a switch.
Oh, here we go.
And it's
Click,
turned off.
click. Oh, yeah, there. That's it. So, perhaps a more extensive search, but it would take you some time to sort of, and how far do you need to go, and where would it be, and all those kind of good questions.
So, any other ideas besides throw the bones and hope we don't die?
Just crawl.
Crawl. Try and make it down to this doorway here.
Yeah.
So, it appears like they would swing like this, right?
You actually don't see any ropes or anything.
No,
like that.
I'm pretty sure that
the
they
bodies
you think
were
they just go straight down?
decapitated.
straight down. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Well, I'm just thinking if they're standing, it would have to...
yeah, well, that's sort of the thought I had.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the crawling thing.
Yeah, but you don't see any, you don't see how they would swing, right? Like, this is not, the world has a certain level of realism to it, right? There's no slots for them to slide down or anything like that, right? So if they died by triggering the trap, you would think, who would reset the trap? Who would put it back?
They may not have died from the trap. They may have been running. Guards caught them, decapped them on sight.
And these are just decorative death.
You don't know.
It's hard to
there's
tell.
obviously a history here that you are unfamiliar with.
Especially seeing that Yig was involved. This has even made things even.
Are there any fish that are kind of crimson in color around?
Red herring.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean they might just be dungeon dressing?
So you guys are, have been arguing in the hallway for about 15 minutes.
Right.
It's worked.
So, let's, I don't know, try a similar method from what we got here and just kind of center, jump down, keep going.
Burn all our fortune point just to get to the door.
Or something.
Alright.
I'm just going to spend this momentum.
Okay. And you're going to jump?
Yep. I'm going to proceed the way that we have so far.
Try to make sure that you land between where between the boards.
Or set off whatever trap is there.
Oh no!
What'd you roll?
No successes.
No, any complications?
No.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Yeah. So you take a few steps back. Okay, I got this. Okay. And you leap forward. Okay. As you kind of step forward, one of these bones slides out from underneath your foot, causing you more to stumble forward. Okay. As you do so, there is a you step on a piece of stone, okay, and that stone there's a crack that you feel below your foot, and then there's a ripping sound as plaster is ripped away, okay, and then this frame of metal suddenly slides, okay. So imagine, if you would, that there's a frame here, right, that crosses the actual corridor itself.
Oh.
And what occurs is, when you trip it, gravity suddenly propels it downwards, okay? You are about halfway through it when this happens.
Feel free to react.
So I dodge backwards.
Okay. Yeah, backwards is going to be difficulty 2. Forward's going to be difficulty 1.
Okay, forwards. Hey, look, it's one of these things. So 3 successes.
All right. So, yeah, okay, so, question for you. Mm-hmm. So, you roll past the first one, but you know there are 3 frames above you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to roll through all of them and get to the far side, or do you just try to sort of stop just on the side of this frame?
Well, is 3 successes enough to get past all of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now
Well,
I
at
want
least
to do
now
the
they're
same
triggered.
thing.
No,
Now
what's
they're
that?
triggered.
They're all triggered now. We can just walk across them.
Yeah, so what happens is, these things, the plaster was actually covered them, right?
Yeah.
And they have some sort of significant weight and slots in the floor. The first 2 slide down, not with a greased ease, but they slide down, like, obviously they're heavy, and they slide down, and what was ever underneath it would have just been cut right in half, right?
Yeah.
The third one, however, it kind of grinds down, and then it kind of stops about halfway through the actual floor itself.
Oh.
Okay. Leaving a bar about 4 feet in height with these jagged, degree blades underneath it.
But we can step over the
Okay.
first 2.
The plaster, by the way, is just all of the plaster kind of comes away in sheets away from the wall and coughs up like this dust.
Oh, wait. I probably would have said something while this was happening. Shit.
With 3 successes, you can say all 5 shits. Yeah.
I think there were 7 in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so you stop. Yeah, and then, so now the room is covered in dust, okay, from this plaster all being ripped away from the wall. Yeah, so this was a complication from last game.
Oh, right.
Was that Cam's complication?
Yep.
too?
Yeah.
That was a 9 of spades. That was a 6 dice damage.
Remember, we had like
Multiple.
at least 2 complications left before
No, we had because he had them stacked up.
Yeah.
And we had to ditch them. So we can step over the first 2 and then eyeball this 4-foot high beam of death.
Yes. It seems to be so it kind of comes to a crash down, and then the beam kind of cracks in the middle, and the metal holds, like the rivets hold, but you can see it's now sort of misformed, right? Like this part kind of falls away from this track in the wall.
I'd still rather go over it than under.
Good news, guys. I found out what this set of traps is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Congratulations.
So,
Yeah.
where am I now?
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'll move you.
Yeah, I don't know where the trap ends.
Yeah. Cool. The floor seems solid.
Yeah, good to know.
So we step over the first 2, and then we got to decide what we're going to do with the
So we can
third.
either roll under it
Yep.
or try and go above it, but above it, it's got spikes on the top.
No, the spikes are on the bottom.
Actually, the entire thing is covered with sort of sharp metal.
Yeah.
So let's roll under it. Yes, I'm going to roll under it.
Okay, so fair enough. Are you going to go under it as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm too short.
Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card, and we're going to ask the guy who actually made it to the far side to tell me what this card is. If this card is the right card,
We're dead?
then what happens is the trap will actually continue to fall.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I think it's the 2 of hearts.
Oh!
was actually the 2 of diamonds. I believe the term. Nice one.
That was close.
A little close.
Okay. Okay, that was a loser.
Well, there was 1 in 52 chance of being the wrong one.
Oh, no, it was 1 in about 40... About 50. Because he's already pulled like 3 or 4 cards.
All right.
But there's also the jokers in there.
So, one thing that we do, because we're streaming, is we actually get a couple smaller bowls and kind of split them farther away from just because you can definitely hear it in the microphone. That thing picks up everything. All right.
The snowball's a good mic.
It's pretty decent, yeah. Okay, so you find yourselves now on the far side. You believe there are no further traps.
In this hallway.
Do I really believe that?
The GM's telling you that there are.
Okay.
Like I said, in this hallway.
All right. There is, however, a passageway that leads farther west.
No door, or is it
No,
just...
the door... There's a door frame, but the door seems to be either missing or never installed.
Okay. Should I go first, or... I'm going to actually move up to the door frame and shine the light in.
All right.
Like that.
That's what you see. Okay, so 2 things. First off, as soon as you get through this door, this appears to be... this door is an arched door, okay, or an arched doorway.
Mm-hmm.
However, inside, the nature of the tomb seems to change dramatically. Okay?
A more Delkeshi...
It definitely, it seems like an older style, a more basic style. The roof is definitely lower. Okay, it's only about 10 feet or so. Okay, and rather than sort of this arched roof like you saw before, this one is just a flat
lentil.
Yes.
Lentil.
The walls as well are, rather than being made of sort of brick and mortar, etc. These are dry fitted, large slave carved stones.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's something here.
Woohoo!
We have a colleague who plays in a different game with us, but I don't know where he gets these flavors that he brings.
The halal?
Yeah, like they're crazy flavors that he brings. It's like, what is this? Oh, this is butternut squash and whatever.
That too.
And you're like, where do you find this
Well,
stuff?
the ones I had on Tuesday were the charcoal roasted chicken. I've got tandoori.
Sour cream, salt and vinegar, done.
I've got caramelized onion. And this is the next bag I've got.
Those ones are good.
All right, so this door leads into what appears to be an older section of tomb. Unlike this one, which had plaster all over the walls and had the, all these drawings, this one does not appear to have that.
Well, I'm going to carefully take 2 steps in.
All right, what about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'd follow.
Pull a second dagger and then go in with it.
Sorry, was there anything at the end there while I was gone? Like
No.
at the end of this?
Nope,
No.
but this hallway's back to Delkeshi style instead of Azuriani.
So, sorry, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So the one with all the traps at the very end, was there anything?
No.
No.
Okay. No.
Okay. Who has light? Tomos has light. Anybody else?
Did I? No, you lit yours instead of mine, didn't you?
Anyone want to take a second torch? Start one up off of mine.
I don't have one.
No, you put one out,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I put it out.
so it still has some use. We might as well use the
Yeah,
the
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and I see you removed the guttering torch that was up there.
No, it's still there. You just can't see the light from down here.
Right.
Right. It doesn't emit it far enough. So if you scrolled up the map, you'd still be able to see.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So So this corridor, this bespeaks some sort of ancient construction. Okay. Obviously, very old, very crude in construction. You can see that the floor was once tamped down and fitted with small stones, but even farther north here, like around here or so, you can see that a lot of that's beginning to break away, lift up, and you can actually see like the hard packed earth underneath it. Okay, this room there is no wood in any of the construction; it's strictly stone. Okay, and it leads away. Basically, the corridor leads away into the darkness to the north.
Well, shall we?
Well, I've got weapons out, so I'll go in front. And
So we'll go up to here. I'll
Swords out.
follow up. Who next?
I'll go next. I'll trust his danger sense and maybe pull it.
Healer to the rear to, pull back your bodies.
Okay.
Pull my axe out.
So as you advance, so there's an alcove just to your right coming up, or to your left, my apologies. The stone and breaks, and ahead of you, you can see again a smattering of bones.
Oh, lovely.
so I'll kind of go along that wall a little and watch that way.
Okay. All you see in there is darkness until the light joins you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, whoever's next, I guess, we'll walk in line.
What did I just do?
I moved you.
Oh, okay.
You're taking too long.
Sorry, I was trying to get him angled to actually look down there.
Yeah. Now, one thing you do notice, though, is, Fausto, at the to the north of you, you can see that, you can see floor here and floor here, but there seems to be a large black opening there. Like, the floor is gone.
Lovely. Well, I guess we can...
What did the ceiling look like in this one?
It's a 10-foot tall, flat, lintel, Dalkashi style.
Yes. Heavy sandstone. Okay. Thomas, I need you to make an observation test.
I figured as much.
No, you didn't. That's why you moved yourself forward.
We were going to get the observation test at some point.
Just him?
Uh-oh. Aha!
Thank God for sharp senses.
Okay.
Although, what can you do? There you go.
That is one success.
One success. All right.
Because that one just missed.
All right. So, you step forward, and you're Fausto, you're along the wall, kind of got your weapons out, looking. Tomos basically walks up beside you and sort of strides past you. As you do so, there are bones everywhere along here. Okay. As he steps, you hear it. You all hear it. Your foot hits the ground and then kind of keeps going.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Probably what we hear.
What's that?
Probably is what we hear. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Again.
And your foot, it's like you see it suddenly fall forward. Okay. There is no ground underneath where you have just stepped. Okay.
Acrobatics to...
Yes. Now, you made how many successes? Observation? One, so no bonuses there. However, Fausto, if you wish, you could help him.
Okay.
Okay? It would be athletics to try to catch him.
You have a knife in both hands?
I do right now, but I'm gonna drop one.
Oh, what a friend.
Stick!
Gotcha!
Acrobatics for me.
Yeah, and he'll roll in athletics to help out, if he wishes.
Athletics?
Yes.
Ugh.
You need strength to pull him back, right?
Okay.
Woohoo!
You'll be rolling one dice because you're helping.
Okay. Nope.
All right. So 2. All right. So you step through. There is some sort of ancient, not ancient, very old painted reed across the actual floor, right? And with its age, your notice wasn't enough to notice the sagging floor as you're kind of reaching forward. Okay. However, as you step forward, this entire space suddenly vanishes underneath you. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
And drops away
To black.
into darkness.
So, did that enough for me to be able to step back?
No, that should be. Why is that not full? Oh, that's why. Let me try that again. Hold on a second. My apologies.
Well, that's just lovely.
Yes. And so, like, there is some light wood, etc., basically concealing this thing. And then, yeah, so it just falls away. And you look down. It descends probably about 30 feet or so. And at the bottom, you can see what appears to be... well, there's some fetid, like there's some water down below. Okay, you can barely see it. Like, you can see it reflecting back at you.
Yeah.
And then... now that the ripples from all of the stuff falling in the water have stopped, you can see hungrily below there appear to be some metal spikes pointing towards the ceiling.
So the dagger that I dropped, did it land up here? Or?
I'll tell you what. Did you roll a success with your athletics? You
Nope.
didn't, right? I will allow you to put 2 momentum on the table if it's in the pit.
It's not like I don't have a third one.
Okay.
Or fourth.
I don't have a fourth one.
Well, not anymore.
Well,
Okay.
no, now I don't have a third one. So-
Yes, so this pit basically drops away. This is more of a traditional Dalkeshi
Yeah.
trap. Okay. But there is now a gaping space between you and the far side, which is about 10 or 12 feet across.
Well, what is in the alcove?
Yes.
Okay. Make an observation test, please.
Can I...
Both.
Well,
Can I
what's
help?
there for? Your dagger.
So,
1, 2, 3.
that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay. What is in the alcove? Now, 5? Holy shit. Now there is nothing. Okay? But you can see that there was once some statue or object, something that was here, and it looks like it was, like you can see the chisel marks where it was actually cut out. Okay? In the stone.
That's odd.
So whatever was here was removed by somebody sometime in the past.
Okay.
Okay. Now, judging by sort of like the carvings on the wall are old Dalkeshi, like ancient Dalkeshi. They all seem to be some sort of religious iconography. Okay. How much information do you want? Okay, so with 2, you kind of notice that this thing was cut out. Okay. Do you want more information?
A
Or
little
do you
bit
want,
more, yeah.
or do you want the momentum?
Well, how about I take 2 momentum,
Right.
and you can give me 1 more worth of information.
Hidden knowledge. So the iconography that's been sort of defaced is all. Remember how I told you the Dalkeshi believe in duality? That Ogric and Varani are the same god, right? Just different coins of the same god. You see here the ancient Qatari symbols for Ogric everywhere, but there are missing tiles where that duality probably once was. So you're guessing that whoever either helped build this place or whoever was last here and removed this statue was probably a follower of Ogric, right? Or hated Verani.
So were those the two statues that were out in the entranceway?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you recall, they were of a newer construction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So apart from that, not much else here.
Okay.
And here I was
How
hoping,
are we going to pass that pit?
here I was hoping that there was a
Silky
secret door or
smooth
something
sides?
in that.
What's that?
Silky smooth sides.
No, crude, large blocks of slave cut stone.
So finger and toe.
Oh, the sides?
Yeah.
No. The pit itself is its artifice is crude. Okay, it's not really like it. There's a lip around it of stone, but then the rest of it's just carved, almost like a well down below. Okay, so its danger doesn't come from the fact that you can't
We
get
know
out of
it's
it once you get in. It comes out of the fact that
When you get in, it's generally going to hurt.
yes, exactly. Do you have a decent athletics?
What's decent?
10 or better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think probably you could climb the sides?
Cool. Cool. How does everyone else feel about trying to...
I could probably handle it.
Do any of you have rope?
No. I had...
How would rope help? Like...
Well, one person could climb down, climb up the other side, and you could use the rope to get across.
Yeah.
Could you carefully drop down, and not hit the spikes and kind of walk around them?
Yeah, okay, so we're not talking about a matrix of spikes, right? In this pit, which is essentially a 10 foot by 10 foot pit, there's maybe a half dozen spikes, right? Enough to pretty much guarantee you're going to be hit by at least one, but, there might be more concealed beneath the water, or might have fallen over.
Oh, right, there's water down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to go into that water.
You don't think it's very deep. It's not like the stuff fell, the stuff that fell down there is still sort of, it didn't fall. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a couple of inches of water in the bottom, right?
It's a low point.
Well, I believe I had rope with me, but it was also part of the stuff that was lost to certain other issues we had last session.
We really needed more dungeoneering stuff.
Well, we were coming through it. We didn't want to bring too much because we were coming through an
I thought we were
active
just
city.
tomb raiding, not dungeon crawling.
Yeah. Small difference.
Actually, this is actually not
people.
a dungeon. This is actually a tomb.
I just thought I was following people.
This is what tomb crawling is.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. What do you want to do?
So you said there was a stone lip around the side?
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
So we could just kind of...
Carefully
You're
walking
saying
along
that. I'm gonna attempt it.
Yeah. The stone lip is about 4 inches or so.
Oh my god.
That's tons of space.
Acrobat.
It's 4 inches except for. See right here, there's actually the pillars that actually poke out.
Which are 4 inches out.
So you have
Yeah.
to crawl around.
You gotta step around the pillars.
Yes, and that would be the difficult part. How difficult are you?
How difficult am I going to make this on you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say difficulty 2. Acrobatics or athletics.
Hard pass. Pass.
I'm all for crawling carefully down and back up.
You think we can? Like how it's a 30-foot drop, you said.
Right, but the walls are crudely cut.
So it's
Right?
crude cut.
Like-
So you've got finger holes and such on the way
Yeah.
down.
And the thing
It's
is,
a difficulty 1 to climb down, a difficulty 1 to climb up again.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
if several of us go, then prop one person up, help pull the next.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Yep, that makes sense.
teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
What's your doom stack look like there?
I've got 8.
Okay.
Don't.
Take one more.
Oh.
Here's these 2. I'll use those to get my fortune point.
Yeah.
He has a talent that allows him to convert 3 doom or momentum into a fortune point.
And I'll shimmy across. So that's 3 successes.
Okay. Let's put a momentum back on the table. So you're going to shimmy basically to the far side. Yes?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're just like, screw this, I'm not going in the water.
Yeah.
Well,
And the rest of us are going to climb down and then climb back up, I guess.
All right, you're gonna all go at once.
no.
Okay.
I'll go down first.
If only you had some rope.
Yes.
Yes, the rope. Yes.
I'll go down first.
It's like every D&D group after their first dungeon crawl doesn't leave without iron spikes. That's not good.
Nope.
Do you need a tetanus shot?
Probably will.
What's your roll?
12 and an 18. I have a 10 athletics, so I fall
Oh, okay.
as I'm climbing down.
He stumbles
So,
and scrapes against
Does
him.
that, like, putting a rug over nails or whatever, are we good to now jump down?
Yeah.
Yeah, just land on him.
If you want to fall 30 feet.
He'll just walk across your hands,
All
right?
right, and you had the light.
I had one of the lights, yes.
Okay, so your light is now
Out.
in the water.
Well, yeah. And do I land on a spike or do I just take the damage for falling?
Oh, that's random.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you officially have no light. Nope, no light. You can see that light.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you are about right there.
Yep.
Okay, let's draw randomly, shall we?
Okay.
So this is basically 50-50.
Black I'm on, red I'm not.
Is that what you want? I was thinking red for blood, but
Sure, red for blood.
red it is.
Ugh.
You should have been right
I
the
would have
first
stuck
time.
with your own number, man.
I know.
Why do you let me change your mind?
Oh.
Okay, where does it hit you? Somebody give me a d20.
4.
God damn it.
Right arm!
Yep.
That's all I ever roll.
That's for the torch one out.
Okay,
Wow, that's
so
true.
this is 4 dice. It is vicious 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3 points of damage.
No armor on the arm, so yeah. Okay.
All right, so you suddenly feel a scoring along the side. You guys sort of rush to the edge, right? And you're kind of like, hey, are you okay down there? And can you both make observation tests?
2.
2, eh?
1, 2, 3.
3, that's pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is...
Insectiles.
You're like... You're like... Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So there is like there's a claw that's probably about 3 feet across. It kind of leverages itself into the room, and you hear.
Did I get any momentum from that observation?
What's that?
Did I get any momentum from that observation?
She had a 3.
Oh yeah. So what did you have?
I had 2.
2. Yeah, 1 is all you need. So yes, you'll both get momentum.
I'm gonna use my my momentum to get down and out of the pit. Go.
I'm gonna toss the torch to you. Okay.
The lit torch.
So
a dangerous skeleton.
You had your 2, so you're using 2.
I don't know what else. What other option is there?
Unless he wants to use 1 to toss it, 1 to crawl.
You can probably jump across this thing.
It's only 12 feet. Ish.
Well, with 4 dice, 5 dice.
It's athletics testing. And someone's over there to help you.
Yeah.
How what would that be?
Oh, good question. Jumping, I think, there's actually a standard difficulty for jumping, isn't there?
Probably.
There are 2 more
No, there's
momentum.
3 total sitting here.
No, there was actually 4, because there was 1.
Oh, so we got 2 each.
You guys have 2 each for this roll.
If we want to just leap right over top of him.
Yeah.
I would say it's difficulty 2, athletics.
I'm gonna.
Are you gonna
That
throw
sounds.
me the torch, or were you?
Oh, he's gonna jump.
Just
He can
jump?
just
Well,
carry
I can
it.
just jump.
Catch us.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll use.
So this this thing is way too big. My apologies.
Okay, that's.
Oh, that's
That's still
much.
a 5-foot flipping.
Yeah, it's about the size of a large dog.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
Dog
You know,
size
it's
cat.
like scorpion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just ready to.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of that.
Are you jumping?
Yeah.
They're both jumping.
Over him. At him.
Ugh, come on. Okay.
What am I catching?
2.
The hard way.
1, you gotta
Oh, no, 3.
Oh,
I
no,
got
that's
3.
2.
I got 3. I got
athletics. 2.
You have athletics 3?
No, but she's got the. If she gets
I'd
1,
say.
she's
Oh, right. Yes.
the
yes.
strong back.
2. Yes.
As long as you have 1, you get another.
All right.
So you got 1. There's 1 momentum on the table because you had
3.
3.
And that'll help us get you out.
I'll help you get myself out.
All right. Okay. With a sudden panic, you jump. Now, you will note, if you move up...
Oh dear.
There's
There's
another-
another pit. So it's like... oh.
Right.
Well, I knew about that pit. I just was hoping there was a door there.
Nope.
Okay.
Because the stairs go down over here.
Okay.
Right.
They went into the same trap in a row. Like, come on. There's some originality. Let's just trust it.
All
Let's
right.
pull him out.
No, okay, so I'm assuming it's an athletics to climb up the other side?
Yeah, okay. So you... right. Do you know what the other thing is? I only accrued spike damage.
Oh, not the falling damage.
That's right.
Yeah. I thought the...
You had 1
forward-
success out of 2? You had no successes.
None.
Ah. Yeah,
So I
you
guess
get-
I'm gonna take out my bow and get ready to
Did
shoot.
you bring
at a-
your bow? Because remember, we were walking through the city and going to the necropolis. So I chose not to bring my bow.
We talked about that, and then everyone was coming fully loaded. So I was like,
Were we?
No, I didn't bring mine with me.
No, I thought we said that because we're walking through the city and going to look, we were trying to be subtle.
Ish.
We weren't walking around.
yeah, but it was like this is like a rough and tumble city.
Yeah,
and everyone walks around.
Well, that's why you had swords and stuff.
Swords
Okay.
and knives, yes. But we decided to keep the ranged weapons
There was no
away.
justification for ranged.
What would I have?
That's probably a sword and a knife, for depending on what your fight style is.
If you have a shield, please can I have it?
I do have a shield. Well, requested one.
2 more points of damage.
Ouch.
I am gonna have to make a recover once we get out of here, but
All right. Okay. So let's decide what everybody's going to do.
I'm climbing out.
Okay. So you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So you pull yourself off the rusty spike.
Ugh.
Tetanus shots required.
And this is athletics.
Yep.
10 or less.
Oh dear.
Complication.
Can
No.
we assist? Or he has
No, I have to make a success first.
Yeah.
No successes. So I get halfway up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you attempt to make the climb. You cannot find a way to actually ascend. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Reach down for him.
Well, we're looking at it. What is it coming? Does it look like it enjoys falling down 30-foot pits?
You don't know. It's now gone into the darkness.
Because you guys took the light further away.
Well, it's not that close, at least.
And it's
Positive.
really hard. It's a 30-foot pit. You guys, I have to make it at least like 20 feet before you guys can, or 25 feet before you guys can even reach down to help. Unfortunately.
I reach you, grab a
Gee,
foot.
why do we have rope?
It got
Man.
losted. We had rope.
It caught fire. Actually, no. It got torn away by that. Yeah.
They got torn away by the skeleton.
Okay. So
know,
are you guys
could
waiting? Is that
spend
what
a
you're doing?
fortune point to alter the scene
We'll
and
say-
add like a ladder or something.
We'll yell motivational words.
Grab my feet.
What if
Pull him
we-
up.
Go, Tomos, go!
She's
I
not
don't know
that
if-
big,
is that-
so
Yeah, but that still doesn't help the fact that I'm 30 feet down.
No, spend your fortune point and say you're altering the scene so that there was a ladder for workers to carved in the side of the thing, and if the GM deems it reasonable, it's there.
That's if he deems it reasonable.
Hidden, you could say, yeah,
it
let
does
it.
make sense.
And if not, you
I
don't
have
spend
it
your
at the bottom
fortune
of the
It
point.
would be
before.
hard to see.
So is there a maintenance ladder for this pit?
Maintenance ladder. I'm going to say carved into the side there are handholds.
Handholds.
Because
Okay.
the ladder
For
would be
fortune
rotted
point?
away.
Or you could just spend the fortune point and climb out.
That's true.
Same difference.
Same difference.
You're out.
Wow. No, it's not the same.
Same difference because
If there's a ladder, it changes the scene, so the difficulty to get into and out of the pit is 0.
is 0.
if he says that's a roll, he gets momentum.
That's
but
true.
he also could roll a
complication.
But it also means there'd be another ladder.
It doesn't matter. Difficulty 0, he still has to roll.
And there's still a chance for a complication.
Okay,
let's just get this over with.
So 2 successes?
That's 2. Which is what I need to get out of here.
Unless we say that the ladder is easy enough to use that there's no roll necessary. Yeah. So it's up to you.
No, let's just climb up with that.
Then there would be handholds in the other pit too. Look at all those.
Yeah, now they show up. There's 4.
Okay.
So that's 2 momentum on the table.
3. Okay.
And I'm out of fortune for the night, so I'm probably going to wind up dead if we run into anything else.
Hey! You got out in time.
Yeah, when they don't jump the pit.
Yeah, but they.
Yeah, but then you just got to kick them back in, and they
So
might land
scroll
on
up a little bit.
spikes.
Roundhouse.
So, yeah.
There's another pit to cross here.
So, but it's just stone on the bottom. There's spikes in this one.
Why does it?
Yeah,
look
it's dry.
It spikes.
It's the same trap twice.
But dry this time?
Yeah, there's no water. No water is seeped into this one.
And 2 difficulty to jump across.
Or 1 difficulty to go down and up.
Or 1 difficulty twice. Or a difficulty 2 to shimmy along the side.
I'm going to go down and up.
What are you doing?
Everyone's reaching for him.
I want 1.
Well, I was going to spend the 3 to just get my automatic successes.
So that gets you across, then what about everybody else?
Yeah.
Well, then there's maybe momentum from the roll.
Or you could buy your fortune point and say there's a ladder.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go with the ladders.
But we still have to get down safely.
No, there's ladders down and up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both
as long-
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look.
We still have, does that still
Like
have
I
a roll?
said, the danger of the trap is a surprise, right? So
So still a 1 or 0 difficulty roll.
we're good.
Okay.
You're not under stress. You'll take your time. You'll get across.
Other than looking at the herd of scorpions coming.
It's a group of scorpions called a herd.
Oh.
No, it probably.
You had to
I think
ask.
it's called a massacre.
Probably. Though, would they actually bother trying to cross the pit?
Yeah, no, they kind of come to the edge, and you can see them kind of feeling with their pincers along the thing, kind of down. But, although they're curious.
Bed or a nest? The fictional drama series calls it a cyclone.
So, you're now on the far side. Directly ahead of you is an ancient door made of relatively decent looking cypress wood. Okay, it is carved with with all of the 10 gods in their dualities. So on one door you'll have Agric and Lirani. On the other door you'll have Ione, who is the goddess of the earth, and then you'll have Savinor, who's the god of the air. Right. And so all the way down you see the 10 gods, stylized in ancient Delkeshi method. Okay. The door.
Do we want to light another torch?
Yep.
The door, perhaps strangely, is barred on this side.
On this
This
side.
So it's just one door. It's not a double.
It's
door.
a pair of doors that open it.
But it's barred on this side.
Oh, good.
Do Delkeshi believe that the dead rise again, and they like to keep their dead in their spots?
Dead spaces.
Lore roll because I'm close.
Yeah, so your lore, you can make yes, you're close to home, you can add a bonus dice. What happens is when we make a lore roll, we determine who has the best chance of knowing it, and they get to make the lore roll.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Two successes. Yes, so what occurs is the bar itself is actually lightly made, and it's actually more decorative is not the right word, ritual.
Ritualistic.
Than anything else. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are done with this person. Boom.
Well, we are done, but also the gates of the afterworld are sealed here.
Yeah, they don't. So the afterworld doesn't come out to get anybody else.
Correct.
Not specifically this person, but the
All right.
Anyone. Right.
anything.
Well, we'll just. Can we check for
Check the door for traps.
All right, go ahead. Make you said it. Who said first? Okay, the two of you can help each other.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to make the observation roll?
I'll do that.
Okay, do it. Any successes?
3.
Okay.
4.
4 successes. Okay. How many of those successes do you want to spend thoroughly examining the door?
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so put 1 momentum on the table. This door is a stylized ritual door. There are lots of crevices, etc., that could possibly conceal triggers and stuff like that. In the end, though, after about 10 minutes of searching, you come to the conclusion that this is just an ancient carved door of the Delkeshi style.
Okay. Ugh, that was bad.
So the pit traps that they left here were definitely simpler than the more complex Azuriani alchemal traps, etc., that were in the outer tomb.
Yeah, because they were like, well, the original traps are crap, so we need to add some better ones.
Apparently that was the idea, yes. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. So, lift the bar.
Okay, so you lift the bar. When you lift the bar, you'll not be able to put the bar back. Okay? What happened was it was put into place and then it was sealed there with molten lead. Okay? Again, part of the ritual that you will know. Okay? So when you break it, you'll actually be breaking the seal of the tomb.
Want to go back to this time?
Well, we're doing this, so let's do it.
Yeah, we're not going back.
Oh, we're going back. I'm just wondering how we're going to go back with all the...
We'll find a way.
Sorry, that's me. We're pulling that off of you. All right, so you do so, and then you push the doors in.
Yep.
All right.
I'll take a torch from Freya. Not Freya.
Freya's dead.
Ilva. Ilva.
Is Freya dead?
No, we just kind of abandoned it in the north with the boat.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out.
She's
who
off
has light
sinking
here.
boats.
So I'll have
Whether
light
they're hers or others is
I'll have light, and Octavian, I believe, still has the light.
Okay. I think this is the last torch, right?
I still have both of mine. We haven't actually gotten around to lighting.
Well, I was lighting one of yours
so
at
now
this
I
time.
have one on store and one lit. So I have lit and sword.
All right.
But I'll
Are
carry
you taking it?
I'll
Oh,
carry
okay.
it.
I get to have my hands free.
Yes.
You open the doors. They open into a broad, almost like a causeway of, ancient manufacture. Stones have fallen from the wall. As you open the door, this place, not only is it sealed, it's really sealed. So a blast of stale air emits from it, tinged with dust. And as you push the door open, you can actually see the door actually pushes aside like this ultrafine dust, kicking up a cloud, and your torchlight kind of dances through that cloud.
Oh, lovely.
No one has been here for a very long
time.
All right, well,
There's a good thing or a bad
go
thing?
in.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fausto, I moved you back by accident. I was just trying to test whether or not you had light. All right.
More statues. Is there anything that's glittering like gold?
So there is some sort of dim glow coming from.
Way over there.
You can't really make out what it is, but it is like something reflects from that end from your dancing torchlight.
Okay.
Two little somethings like eyeballs?
No. Yeah, not eyeballs.
Alright. I guess start searching around a little bit.
Carefully prod the floor to make sure there's no,
Bear
crudely
traps?
hidden traps. I was thinking more of the pit traps, but
Okay.
Yep, pit traps, bear traps,
All right. So
What's on the side of the walls here?
the statues.
these statues,
Are they like the previous one, or are they...
No, these statues are different. These are relatively masterfully crafted. They're almost like terracotta soldiers in a way. What they appear to be... What?
You guys come to life.
So what they are is each of them is a man. He's got a sort of a shield out front of him, and then a spear in his hand. But the spears aren't real, right? Like it's just like it's made of clay, and they are emblazoned with some sort of like a. Do you guys know what's it called? A cartouche.
Cartouche.
Okay, it's a cartouche, and each of them, like as you kind of look at it, he has like a cartouche on his chest. A lot of the statue features, like the features of the face, etc., they're all kind of what's sort of after. They're simplified, but the cartouche seems to be very detailed, as if it's what's important. And you can't help but notice that the statues themselves are kind of like a dull ochre color, of the clay, but the cartouche seems to be made of gold.
Can I attempt
They use
to
sticky fingers.
read the cartouche, or approach one and see if I can't decipher the cartouche?
Yeah, so it's in Old Qatari, but you can try. It's linguistics.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll put.
So are they like
Yeah.
attached into the clay? Or is it?
Give me a second for him to
there?
read first, and then we'll answer that question.
My linguistics is not good.
Okay, well, roll whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 8 or less. With the complication on 19 or 20.
About 10.
Yeah, do you know Qatari?
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
No. One success, no complications.
All right.
Something tells me I'm going to put some skill points into.
Yeah, what it means, what it says, you think is something like "he who stands in honor," or that's the first line, and then the second thing is guards, like a guard of the afterlife or something like that.
Okay. It's an honor guard of the afterlife, or
Yeah, something like that.
something like that.
Yeah, it's symbology, right? So
Yeah.
the exact meaning could be interpreted several ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are
Right.
honor guards.
Your question. So there's actually a place where the cartouche sits, it sits not on top, but there's actually set in. So it's like someone, when they crafted these statues, they crafted like a little space where you can actually set the cartouche. Is that your answer to your question?
In other words, they're relatively easy removed if that's what you're...
Okay.
They're fairly large, right? They're probably about the size of my hand.
Yeah. In gold.
Then my next question is, do we get like heebie-jeebies off of these things?
Insight roll?
That's...
It's insight.
Do you need a talent for that?
Oh,
To get heebie-jeebies?
Yeah.
Do you have a level in sorcery?
No, but that's a function of insight, isn't it?
No, it's a combination function.
Because discerning supernatural presences is insight.
Okay.
We have to go back out the same way. I'm gonna be... Well, we're gonna have to find a way to deal with those scorpions.
Fire.
Yeah.
I just don't like fire.
Usually.
Okay. I'll give you an insight roll. Sure, why not?
2 successes.
2 successes. Beyond the heebie-jeebies of, having made your way through a trap-infested dungeon with giant scorpions,
And a Yig statue that was winking at you, and, a bone golem that couldn't die.
Yeah.
like beyond those heebie-jeebies?
Yeah, more just the,
Should I take this or should I not? Heebie-jeebie.
well...
Okay, right now, how many successes?
2.
Yeah. So your brain tells you no, you shouldn't take it because the dead are very jealous of their possessions. However, do you sense, is there some sort of mystical... No, you don't feel anything,
Okay.
like yours. Apart from where you are and the ancientness of this place, and you're being the first person who's been here for a while, and sort of this sullen silence that actually holds in this place, even when you guys are kind of tramping around, everything seems muted, right? So apart from that, no.
Okay. Then, let's see what else is in here.
Okay.
Further down.
Peeking and creeping.
All right. So you spend some time cautiously moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
There are several sets of these statues along the walls. Okay. And eventually, though, you come to the piece de resistance.
Golden casket. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Adam.
Lying directly... Oh, yeah,
Sarcophagi.
Fausto would not be in the back.
No.
Lying directly ahead of you on a foot platform of stone is what appears to be a large sarcophagus, like very large.
Uh-huh.
That's what we came for.
Is it made of stone? Is it made of gold? Is it...
So as you get closer, at first you think it's solid gold, okay? But as you get closer, you realize that it's, in fact, plated with gold, okay?
Forgive me.
All the easier
Our
to scrape
objective
off.
was to... Was
Rob
it...
the two.
Straight up, Rob.
All right.
We've already got a pair.
What we're going to do is we're going to take about a 10-minute
Ivory
break,
sticks.
do bio break, all that kind of good stuff, refill our coffees, and then we'll be back.
Beer?
All right, so again, with the quick breather, because you haven't actually stopped, you're still under stress, etc. What I'm going to say, would I say that though? No, there is no immediate danger. You can take a full recovery.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, the rule is after you're out of danger, you get one recovery.
Right.
Oh, so for us having fatigue?
No, fatigue is long term. You actually need to rest.
So, and that's resistant, so 1 success, so 2 vigor back.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yes, it is a sarcophagus. It's massive in size. Now, each of those hexes represents 2 meters. Okay?
So 1, 2, 3. So 6 meters.
Yeah, so we're talking like a 20 or 18 to 20 foot.
Sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just look at all the
That's
goodies
massive.
that her favorite servants got buried with. So she's going to have a shit ton in there.
I thought she was massive.
And, peeling off the gold plating, too, because gold is soft.
Let's check it for traps.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Yeah, let's do the entire trap thing. Observation.
I'll help.
Okay.
I don't like traps anymore. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Shit.
Complication.
He found the
Don't
trap.
you have a thing to reroll observations?
He does. Sharp senses.
That's better.
Don't use that dice anymore. So I find for next to your skills, mark which ones you have talents
That's a great
in.
idea.
Yeah.
So, but no failure, though,
No
right?
failure.
No complication, just a straight failure.
Yeah.
Way to go. Okay.
Just gonna stay quiet.
So 2. Okay, so you 2 will sidle up to actually... Where is my mouse? Oh, my mouse is off. That's why. Okay, so Octavian moves up and Fausto moves up, and they begin searching this sarcophagus. This thing is... It's big. Like, you can put a horse inside a sarcophagus,
They
right?
very well could be.
Yeah.
This is what we find out, is that the princess that's buried here is actually a horse.
She's a racing horse with these lethal traps and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Not only that. So the sarcophagus is, it's obviously like the picture is of a, or not the picture, but the carving on the top is of what appears to be a woman in repose, right? she has her hands crossed, and rather than having the normal, what you normally see in this situation is like the instruments of ruling, her hands instead each hold a serpent.
Ah. There could be snakes in there.
Okay.
Snakes.
Why does it have to be
Well,
snakes?
how does it appear to open? Is it just literally just a poof? That seems pretty
It's like
heavy.
it's like a gigantic
Lid.
stone lid.
Oh, it was the generals that had the side pieces. We had to lift it really high up to get it
Yeah.
off, and we ended up breaking it. We also broke the lock into his tomb too. Yeah.
Eh.
We're not pirates. We're grave robbers. Okay.
No, we're
The
treasure
problem
hunters.
is you're pirates who moonlight as grave robbers, and you're pretty bad at it.
We're not even good at pirates. 'Cause we haven't even really done any pirating.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
So let's.
now or never, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
why not?
move her.
All right. So, with
Rest.
ultimate disrespect, you.
Why start now?
All right. Yeah. Let's.
I'm assuming there's enough space for all four of us to push on this thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or
want to open
a
up a crack and just let one snake out at a time?
I was assuming there's snakes in there. They wouldn't have survived, right?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have, as long as they're normal snakes.
Athletics, right?
Yeah. What you get, Draco, the Lich snake?
Do you want us to roll on this?
Yeah. All of you make athletics.
2 successes.
Oh, nice.
One success.
Nice.
Okay. Fair enough.
6.
You all get on one
7.
side. Okay. This thing is massively heavy. Okay. And so you sort of put your shoulder against it to get it started, right? And you're like, all of your straining, grunting. Did any of you roll complications?
No.
Okay. And then suddenly there's like and you can hear the plaster seal cracking, right? And then this thing begins to slide.
Is there a reason why the "we'll be right back" is still up?
That's the transition page.
Oh, transition page. Okay.
Yeah, it's not up on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, so what occurs then is it moves, okay? And as it moves, you are, like I said, it's wide too, right? So it's probably about 10 feet wide or so. And so as you start pushing it out, okay, you kind of start leaning over, this musty smell rises from within. And you can see sort of the discolored bandages of some mummified form within.
Does it happen to start moving?
No, but you can all make observation tests.
Again.
Actually,
1.
2. Actually, no, 1. Sorry.
1.
1.
That's with your reroll?
anything?
Yeah.
Actually, no. So reroll 2 with the
2?
reroll.
Okay.
You have a reroll too?
Yeah, I have sharp senses.
For
as
both
well.
dice?
No. I only rerolled 1.
Okay.
Okay. You, so you, there's this musty stench that kind of, not stench, smell that comes out of it. And you can kind of see like this yellowing of bandages. Okay. And remember that insight roll you made earlier?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make one here yet. I'm just going to give it to you though. Okay. And you all feel it. There is, as the tomb opens, you can see like this bandages, etc. inside. But then a waft of cold air actually sort of emits from the tomb itself. Okay? And you see imagine, if you would, that it is a glob of light. But rather than being light,
It's dark.
It's dark. Okay? And it kind of, as you kind of push it, it almost like it hops out and kind of crashes on the ground. Okay? And then slowly, like very slowly, with this odd sound, like it's like it's almost like a super loud mosquito right in your ear. That sound it kind of buzzes away from you and sort of moves towards the rest of the room.
Kill it!
Somebody jump on it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be like Charlie Brown Dog Pal.
Okay. So how do you kill it?
With a sword.
All right. Okay. So fair enough. You leap up and sounds like a melee check.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do it.
You want to just grab it with your bare hand?
No! 2 successes.
2 successes. Nice. You hit it squarely. Make a discipline check.
Maybe stab it with your torch?
That's what I was going to do. So I was going to put the torch to it.
I have a...
Don't kill it with fire?
1 success.
1 success. All right. So you stab it. As you do so, your sword suddenly is covered with ice up to your hand. Right? And you can feel whatever is transmitted through that sword kind of rolls up your arm. Okay? And you can feel like sort of this stiffness in your arm.
I dropped the sword.
All right. With all of your willpower, you kind of force your hand open, and the sword clatters to the ground. Okay, as it does so, the frost actually kind of knocks off of it. The dark shape.
And I try to hit it with my torch.
Really? Okay, fair enough. You're almost dead, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
that's the problem. I'm really
I'm
thinking
gonna hit
about
it with a throwing torch.
What are you doing?
Actually, yeah, that'd be ranged weapons. That'd
I'm
be
going to
better.
keep my eye on what's happening with the actual tomb.
All right.
I'm going to throw the torch at it.
Okay, so fair enough. You so that'll be athletics. As you're doing that,
Ranged weapons?
No,
throwing is
athletic.
Yeah, if it was a weapon of any kind, absolutely.
But it's a non.
But,
It's an
like
improvised weapon, which makes it athletics.
Well, no, that's not what makes it athletics. It's not technically a weapon.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're trying to hit somebody with it, it'd be melee. But you're not actually trying to do damage to it. You're trying to throw it at it,
Try to
right?
get fire to touch it.
Tell you what, take your best. I don't care which one.
Because it's probably not going to make a matter. Yeah.
No, I just mean ultimately to me, like I want you guys to win. So whatever's going to be help you most do that.
Yeah. The ranged weapon is like one more.
Okay, do it. Difficult to 2 because it's off balance.
Yeah.
X moving.
I miss anyhow.
All right. Your torch skitters across the floor.
Yeah.
The creature merrily continues its way. Its sound, that whispering, sort of mosquito
what did we
sound.
just let out, I wonder?
You hear a second sound. Actually, it starts skirting off past out of the, and then a third.
Close it!
Yeah, come help!
Okay.
Or push it the rest of the way open and grab what we can.
So we're trying to push it closed?
Yeah.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Deja vu.
I know.
Deja vu. Wait. Okay. Nothing.
Are we trying to push it close?
Yeah.
Okay. You run to the far side.
Yeah. Let's
All right.
push it closed.
Okay.
1 success.
2.
2 and
No complications.
So 5 total.
all right. You put your back into it. It's no longer sealed, so it's slightly easier to move. From down the hallway, you hear like a kind of a cracking sound, and the falling away of what sounds like pottery falling to the ground.
All right.
This is why you said deja vu.
All right. So it's probably only 3. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Should have broken these things on the way in.
I was thinking of just breaking the spear tip.
Yeah.
Just see what happens with that.
Didn't I ask when we first got in? Are these going to come alive and get us?
Yeah, they were very.
All right. Yeah. So the pottery. So you guys are now on the far side, sort of over here, right? And pushing this thing closed. You see one of these black... Stop moving them.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you see one of these black things sort of merge into this skeleton, into this statue right here, and as it does so, there's a cracking, and suddenly not skeleton, in this statue, and suddenly there's a cracking, and then suddenly a skeletal form steps out. Okay? As it does so, it sort of draws its weapon in a... and it's like a kind of got this curved sword, draws his weapon in a slow, deliberate fashion.
Breaking the spears wouldn't have helped.
And a dark, sort of blackish purple light enlightens his eyes. You can hear, again, sort of that weird whisper sound, right? And for those of you who have never seen The Walking Dead before, let's make some discipline checks.
Didn't we see The Walking Dead earlier on this? No.
Earlier on Walking Dead.
How the bone things.
Wait, are you talking about the show or other?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Okay, it's a fear check. So
LaFail.
LaFail.
So you're saying make it anyway?
Yep.
Fail.
Yep, fail.
Oh boy.
Actually, no, it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Nope,
I get
still
to
a fail.
roll. Still a fail.
So we all failed.
But one courage soak.
One courage, so.
Okay.
I was going to go with courage.
Oh, it's worth it.
Okay, each of you roll 3 dice of mental stress. And apply it to yourself.
Oh my god! Why?
3.
Okay, is there...
Oh, 3 plus a special?
What's
Any
the special?
What?
What's the special?
Stun.
Oh, I'm stunned.
Yeah.
Sick. So if I increase my what's resolve based off?
Discipline.
So I technically have 1 actionable space here because I put my
Oh, put 1 in discipline, yeah.
Woohoo!
And
Good for me.
Okay, did anyone not get a 5 or a 6 on their damage roll?
I only got 6s. Well, and a 3. Okay.
That's awesome.
So basically, we're all
I
stunned.
did better than you!
Okay, so for those of you who rolled multiple stuns, that means that you'll forfeit this action.
Yeah.
Okay? This turn, you'll miss. For those of you who rolled a single stun, you are unable, you have 1 action. So normally you get 2, right? You'll get 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, yeah.
Okay,
There
what
we
type
go.
of damage is this?
What's that? It's mental damage. And so whatever the damage is, you take it.
So I take 2 because I
Yes.
have soak.
So what happens is, okay, so it's, first off, it's The Walking Dead, but secondly, this mosquito voice kind of speaks in the back of your brain.
Yeah.
Okay? And now the tomb itself, the sarcophagus, virtually hums with the sort of...
Like we're surprised with all the other things we come across.
Yeah, but think about the loot that's in there.
I know. Well, that's what I was saying. It's like, think about the loot that was in the other 2 sarcophagi.
Okay, what do you want to do? For those of you who have actions, what are you going to do?
Well, I have 1 action. How many?
We all have 1.
I'm going to hold fast.
It's like, fuck me.
No. Shit.
No, I'm the fuck.
Okay, so you both have actions, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? What do you have in your hands?
Oh, I had a torch, and it's now down.
Oh, no. You put the torch and your sword down, so you could put your back into
that's
moving
right.
this thing.
I didn't have the torch
I'll grab
anymore.
it.
The torch is over there.
The torch is over here somewhere because I threw it, remember?
Right, so it's your torch that we're lit by.
And I'll pick up my sword. So,
Did that
action,
torch
ready,
go
weapon.
out?
Or is it guttering over there somewhere?
Do we need it? Yeah, okay. So that torch is right there.
Using Ephraim as the torch.
Right.
I'll have to create a token for a light source. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, it works.
Anyhow, yeah, so there's your light source.
All right. Okay. Cool. Hi,
Actually,
guys.
I wonder... Hold on for 1 second. Let me see if I can...
Change his token to a torch.
Yeah, now I have to create a new object and a whole bunch of other things. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Can't just switch out his picture.
Yeah, but then I have to go find a picture of a torch.
I feel closer.
Or fire.
It's,
You have fires.
It's good as... Or just remove it. And put a torch.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Make
go.
him really small.
He's just really small.
Success.
Shrink!
Okay.
No, you want to take a torch.
Okay. So who wants to go pick up the Ibram? Okay. So, hold on for 1 second.
Yep.
Yes, I just wanted to confirm we were recording. There was a mistake last time. I had to pull everything off of Twitch, which is a pain.
Oh, no.
Okay. You guys both have actions. What do you wish to do with your actions?
Grab my sword.
Okay, so you drag your sword from the sheath and you
grab
unlimber
the
your
axe.
axe. All right. Okay, so they lumber towards you. Lumber? Is that the right word?
Sure.
They sidle towards you. Okay.
I'm okay with lumbering.
Yeah, and since I'm at the back of this loop, this is gonna be interesting. Considering I'm the archer of this one and not that good at close range.
Well, one of them looks like they have a bow, so we could just take it from him.
I don't know if they actually have they all have swords, or is that one actually got a...
No, that guy in the back actually has a bow.
Sweet.
If there's any shields, I would call dibs.
Okay. Yeah, so they
Thanks.
Alright. Dog hair. So this fellow, he steps up. He, like I said, he has like this curved sword, and he will swing it at Octavian.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
So, quick question.
Yeah, do it.
Axe. Is that one-handed, two-handed? Do I have a shield?
What kind of axe?
What kind of axe? So,
That's why I was looking in the book. I was like,
No
I should
worries.
look this up. Weapon. Oh, there we go. Axe, hand, great, battle.
so most likely it's a hand axe.
Right.
Right.
Well, that would be one-handed.
Yes.
So I'll take that.
Okay.
And a shield.
Okay. So you unlimbered your axe. Your shield is still on your back.
Right.
Okay. Actually, I think what did we rule last time? That readying your weapons was just readying your weapons, or was it each one was an action?
It was...
Well, for reloading, we could do it while moving.
Yeah, it was more... If it's part of another action, then you have to make some appropriate roll. If you're just doing it, I think just do it.
Right. Yeah. So you're not moving. So yes. So you'll ready your weapons this round. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. So his sword comes down on you.
Great.
I need some of those.
I don't want to.
Okay, and since I have some doom, I am going to spend an extra one on this attack.
Okay.
$11 or less to hit.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. Yep. Seems decent. And that'll be 3 successes.
Okay.
You
Deflect?
well, you can deflect, or the shield also gives you a parry quality.
Yeah, well, I mean, it means you can parry it and...
Not cost doom.
Not cost you.
Okay, because they also have deflection.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So,
what I would suggest is use your shield first, because if you lose your shield in combat, you'll still have your deflection.
Okay, so I roll and I try to get 2 under parry.
Yep.
I got 2 and a complication.
Oh, yeah, you did.
A 1 and a 20.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It was like right there, and I was like, great! And then it went,
Well, that really wanted you to have the 20, given that's uphill.
yeah. It did.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to roll on a flat surface round. If that's okay. Okay, so that is
box.
so that is a complication. So what happens is I've drawn the card for the complication. These 2 doom will be spent on this complication, right? So I don't get to save these anymore. I can't. It's not either or.
Right.
It's this is the complication. This is the doom
Fair
spent on the
enough.
complication.
Right, but you rolled 3 anyways, so I
You
don't
get hit.
stop. I get hit.
Yes,
with
you'll
one
be-
success.
with 1 success rather than 3.
Right.
Okay, so he will roll damage.
Which means he just doesn't build momentum or...
Yeah, he doesn't
Correct.
build doom for him.
He will add 1 to this damage.
Okay. Ooh, that's fun. Oh my god, look at that dice.
Location.
Yeah, give me a location.
7. Center mass. Nope, 7 is left arm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so-
don't need that arm.
But you have a shield there. So first off, this will do 3 points of damage with two qualities, plus 1, 4. However, your shield automatically gives you a cover of 2 dice. So go ahead and roll 2 dice, 2 damage dice, 2 damage dice.
Oh, 2 damage dice.
Yep. So that's 2 points.
I was supposed to roll. I apologize.
So 2 points. I did 4 minus 2.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Do you have any armor on?
You'll have light armor, so 1 point of armor at every location. So
1 point damage.
yeah, so 1 damage. Okay,
Not
nice.
so bad. Not so bad. So
All
what about
right.
the qualities?
What's that?
Not that I want you to.
Parrying.
It's a sword.
Yeah, it's a sword. Okay, yeah, so that's the first guy. Second guy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Sweet. Can I parry an arrow?
No. You need a specific parry talent for that.
Crap.
Yes,
Unfortunately.
but your shield still gives you cover.
Okay.
You need reflexive block, I believe is what the talent's
Yeah,
called.
or you can also dodge, right?
Yeah.
Right? The problem is if you dodge, I can spend Doom to take an attack of opportunity from the guy who's beside you.
All right. Well, I'll just stand there and go.
Okay. So, what is archery based on?
Ranged weapon coordination.
Coordination. Okay. Also 11.
Sweet.
1 hit.
I got no way to stop it, so.
Okay. That's for 4 points of damage. Okay. It is it's just standard 4 points of damage. There are no qualities in the bow. Your shield, however, gives you cover. Shields are just awesome.
Oh,
3 points of damage. Nice. Okay, so your shield takes another.
So then the armor.
And 1
Oh,
where-
location.
location. 1 point.
7. Same, right to the
there
arm.
you go. You ate it all.
Yay!
So it goes through the shield, but doesn't make it through the armor.
That's right. Or you kind of catch the clip of it and the other deflects off your armor.
Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Woo!
So, yeah, we go to the player's turn.
And everybody's stun is done.
Yes.
Sword out.
I'm going to move
So,
to...
with this tutored warrior talent, it says a human opponent. So,
Not humanoid, human.
I can't use it on these guys, right?
Read to me what it does.
You make a D3 parry roll to assess their defenses.
A
and
difficulty 3.
Yeah, and then the remainder of the combat. Standard action, attempt a daunting parry test to learn one particular enemy's patterns and weaknesses. If successful, for the remainder of the scene, you may re-roll a d20 on every melee or parry test against the enemy.
I'm actually gonna say that, believe it or not, I think it's actually easier with these guys. They're the talent power that animates them is universal. You'll still need to make a difficulty 3 parry test against them.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to move up to this guy with the bow and attempt to hit him.
All right. So you sidle up to him, and yeah, so he will attempt to dodge. He cannot. He does not have Panthera's Twist, so he has nothing to parry with except for his arm, which he will not.
And let's just see if I can actually even hit him. Nope, I miss.
What's your
9.
9, right? Has to be at least 9. It's 9. Okay.
And I can move through players.
Yeah, I'd like to smack one in front of me.
Yeah.
I might.
You're there.
Oh,
You've
yeah,
got
right
one.
Yeah, so I'll just turn you around here.
Yeah, I was just trying to, but I can't. There we go.
Okay.
I get too many layers when I...
I mean,
Anybody that's...
Which is
No mercy is when you when you roll a damage die, you can re-roll one of them
for every
For
for every melee talent that you have.
right. It's a starter one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like an entry hole.
Yeah. Once you get a bunch of them, though, then those add up.
2.
Ooh, nice. Okay, 2. He cannot defend, so that'll be an extra momentum.
Awesome.
Okay, so your axe does 4 dice.
Oh, 4. Oh.
Okay, somebody... I do need a location, but...
But
Go ahead.
It's a 6.
Okay. Only one location really counts.
head. So when you have 2 momentum, you can call a shot.
Ah,
Reroll that 4.
Yep.
right.
Because 4 is no damage.
Sweet.
Okay.
So 6 is vicious.
3 damage and a vicious.
So that'll be 3 damage plus 1 for vicious, and you have a strength bonus, I think, on your combat.
I
as well.
do.
Okay.
Plus 1.
Okay, so that is good for a harm.
5.
All right, nice. So you bring your axe down heavily. You kind of smash through, rib cage, bones, etc., and he doesn't fall to the ground. As you hit him, it's like the animus drops out of him, and he drops to the ground. Okay, with a clatter.
Does there happen to be a little black blob that now bounces away to the next statue?
Well, on your turn, you can make an observation test. Whose turn is it?
One of these two, because they haven't.
We have an
So
accident.
did that went down then?
Yeah.
It did, yes.
Okay. I'm going to pull my daggers and attempt an observation to exploit.
Which one?
I guess the far away one that's going to be running in soon.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to maneuver first, or do you want to stay where you are?
I can move a little bit closer.
Okay. So you have him, Kyle?
Yep. What were we moving you to?
I don't know. There somewhere?
There? Oh, if I move you through him, he gets an attack of opportunity.
He doesn't have a melee weapon.
Oh, right. So there?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So it's within. I believe you have a 6 move. 6 pace?
It's 5 plus whatever your expertise in athletics is.
So, yeah, 6.
Okay.
then that was
Maybe
a-
I should just exploit this guy right here.
The guy right in front of you, the archer?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, let's exploit the other guy.
Okay.
So he's
But I
got one.
originally said, because he's going to be the one I'm going to be in melee combat with, probably. So, 2 successes.
2 successes. So you're going to save a special momentum? Yes?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. What that momentum does with the exploit test is it gives him plus 1 d20 to the roll and plus 1 d6 to the damage. That's
Nope.
basically the sneak attack.
Now, was that...
And your weapon is automatically piercing.
Yeah, okay, so the piercing's the base, and
Yeah.
then...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you make 1 success, you get the piercing. If you make 2, you get the momentum.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
And then the various things of your
yeah, it's
dagger
the piercing
kicks in.
and the unforgiven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unforgiving?
Your turn.
I can move 7, so I may as well move up to the close one and pokey.
4.
Okay. And what do you have in your hand?
A sword.
A sword.
Sword.
Okay.
There's a slightly frosty sword on the ground somewhere, too.
I can't dual wield. 1 success.
1 success?
Yep.
All right. Again, he does not defend himself because he has a bow in his hand. You may.
Location?
Roll. 3, 10.
No. Right arm.
Oh.
So close.
Oh, yes. 1 and 2 is ahead. Damn it.
Well, how about I do all the damage, though?
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but no real special
5,
thing.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 points of damage?
And
Nothing.
you don't
I
oh,
wimp.
or you have an 8 or something, don't you?
7.
Oh, right.
I'm a wimp. I'm wimpy.
She's
With strong
a
back.
little girl with strong back.
Oh, girl. She's like a feisty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a girl.
A little girl.
I said little. That was the problem.
All right. Okay, so your sword crashes into this thing. You actually stab at it, and when you do so, you kind of chip away a rib, but you realize that with the stabbing, you're probably not going to do any damage at all. So you then switch to actually slashing, and allows you to actually slash through the creature. Okay? So you did 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it armor takes 1. So that is enough to... that is enough. It is...
There's a momentum there.
Oh, Dad's plus 1?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, okay. And with 5 points... yeah, exactly. It clatters to the ground.
Nice.
It's really dangerous underfoot, then.
Okay.
Your turn.
My turn. Right. Okay. With nary a care. So Fausto or Tomas. Fausto. Okay.
So
And okay, it doesn't make a sound. It kind of opens its jaw, and they kind of clatter. The teeth clatter together, and it swings at you.
Okay.
Okay. I have an extra doom, so I might as well spend them because I got lots, and you guys might want to actually use some someday. Okay, here we go.
Details.
11 or less. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 hit, and I'll just put those 2 doom.
Parry. Oh, with a complication.
Yeah, you do.
A success and a complication.
All right.
So you do parry, because he's only had the one.
Okay. Oh boy.
And he can't hold more than 2 complications on this, which is... Oh, God.
All right. So, yeah. I think we're just going to spend both of these. I know what these are. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, so your dagger turns away his sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is your actions.
Okay,
There don't appear to be any more of these things sort of
Forming.
forming.
I'm sure there will be if we open the sarcophagus again. We'll just let a few at a time.
I'm killing it.
All right, do it.
Whoa. So that's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. Okay, yeah, roll damage.
12.
Torso.
So that's
3.
what's unforgiving do? Is it
Unforgiving gives you vicious and
is it intense too?
intense.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So-
vicious is if you have a level of vicious, you get to add a point of damage if you roll what do you call it?
Quality.
A quality. If you roll or you can take intense, which means that it adds if you do 1 damage or 1 harm, you automatically do a second one.
Okay. I got a momentum for that because I got 2 successes to hit, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, shit. Sorry, I should have defended, but I didn't. My apologies.
Okay.
Oh, so you're going to use the one momentum
I'm going to
to
re-roll
re-roll.
these and hopefully get 2 more points of damage.
So 6 points of damage overall.
6 points of damage. All right. So as you stab with your pointy dagger, okay, the dagger does half damage against this skeletal figure. So 6 is reduced to 3. Okay. You
Is
have
that
piercing automatically. What's that?
Is that an armor type effect that the piercing would get through?
No, it's a damage reduction because of the fact that they
have no
impervious
flesh.
They have no flesh.
Okay.
Right. The last time when you stabbed, you didn't stab the creature. You stabbed that mass that was in the side of it.
Right.
Right. So in this case, yeah. So when your blade crashes into him, a wound that would have killed a normal man, you shatter some ribs, but you do not kill the creature.
I'll swing and finish him.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
Swing and finish him.
Swing and finish it. Okay.
So you'll move...
I'm next to him, aren't I?
No. It's this one down here.
Yeah, whatever.
But that other one's a
This
pile on
one's
the
a
ground.
pile on the
Yeah.
ground. So I just stepped her over around.
1 success.
1 success. Okay.
Location.
I'm going to parry.
You can see it. Fair enough.
2 successes.
There you go.
Okay. So I'll take
Well,
doom
I'll
for
take
that.
that.
He parried using the parry quality of his sword.
There you go.
And
And
move
my
around,
momentum becomes a doom.
Smash him.
Okay. Octavian, yeah, go for it.
1 success.
So I'd have to spend a doom to parry, which why not? 1 success.
Do it. Can you finish him?
Let's see if I can. Can I actually step on this guy now that he's
Oh, yeah,
dead?
yeah.
Okay.
You just move him aside.
Or step on him.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey!
2.
2 successes?
2
Nice.
successes.
I'll keep my doom.
Yeah, since we're all.
So short sword's 4 dice.
Yes.
Center mass. Do you have no mercy?
I don't have no mercy, but if he didn't parry, I have 1.
To re-roll 2 of those dice?
Yeah.
Will be no mercy. Wop, 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 wop.
All right.
So that's 4 points of damage.
-1
5,
for armor.
sorry. 5.
Yeah, so -1 for armor. That's fine. They do not have a massive amount of vigor. They have either 1 harm or 6 vigor, and they are down. So, so he also collapses to the ground. Now, for those of you who were in the other rooms, what you see is from the forms that are sort of dropped to the ground, there's like a wind has kind of caught them, and you can see like the pieces of bones rolling together to coalesce.
Clunk,
The
clunk,
thing that
clunk,
it makes, significantly harder than these.
Right.
I'm
There
gonna.
was no other
Wait,
exit
are they
there.
all rolling to one spot, or are they rolling to where they got knocked down?
Yeah, so they're actually rolling they're rolling sort of off into the darkness, kind of to about here.
Oh, sorry, where?
By the other torch. So right there.
Yeah. So what happens is you knock the bones, right, and you're like, well, okay, that's not natural. And then suddenly, like the skull kind of, and slowly,
What happened to the weird parry up thing, or what do you say?
Gold chunk.
Oh, the cartouche probably.
you'd have to go check out the.
So
where
they
broke
didn't
off.
go with it?
No.
You want to at least get those? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just wondering if we take those off, it'll disarm them.
No, because these are things were put together by whatever those black balls were.
Go try it.
I will go try that.
All right, so you go. Okay, so you head down. Okay,
So I'm
just gonna
specifically
move
going to
these
go to
guys-
one that it came out of.
Okay, I'm going to move these guys out of the way here,
Okay.
just so that. Right. Okay. So Octavian, you roll down, and so what you see there is like the shattered remains of this clay statue. You can go ahead and roll your observation to dig out this cartouche.
2 successes.
Okay, absolutely. Put one onto the table. You have light, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the only one with the light other than the.
Hey guys, bye
torch.
guys.
That's right
Yeah.
there.
So when you head down there, it's you kick it aside looking for this thing. The bones continue to roll, by the way, and you find this hand-sized cartouche of gold, okay, laying there amongst the rubble.
I'll grab it.
Okay, you grab it. It's surprisingly heavy, actually. It's worth probably quite a bit of money.
No reason to go grab the rest. Do you holler this out to us? We can go grab the rest.
Well,
I didn't die when I touched it.
yeah, I mean, that just means they don't actually do anything.
But it's gold.
Yeah.
It's something, since we're not going to reopen the sarcophagus.
Okay, so we're just gonna grab those and run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sold.
Okay.
No more curiosity about.
No.
Yes, but...
Yes, but no.
Yeah, okay. So we'll hit the things on the way out and kind of.
Remember, I grabbed it off one that was broken.
Yeah.
I'll be heading to, the one that we're standing near.
I'm going to actually go. Well.
So this, by the way, the pile of bone that is gathering in the middle here, there's significantly less mass than in the architect's tomb.
Oh yeah, there's just gonna be 3 skulls worth in there.
There are 3 skeletons worth instead of the 20 plus.
Oh, is that how many it was?
It was some. It
Remember
was
the
more than
pile-
3 for sure.
Pile of
The
bones?
pile stood about 9 feet tall.
Can we just go over and just keep kicking it as it tries to reform?
Yeah,
You
let's
don't
do that.
I'm gonna do that. You guys can grab the stuff, and I'm gonna just sit there and go.
No, I don't know. Can we actually defeat this? Is my question.
Well, how did we kill it last
We
time?
didn't. We ran
Well,
and
how
closed
did we
So, do they have
collapse it last?
skulls?
You did a
They have
massive
skulls.
headshot, right?
But so
There was
but
like
the,
one pulsing mass of its eye or heart or something that I stabbed it in, and then it kind of disintegrated, and then started putting itself back.
You said that the skulls had a luminous.
yeah, they did until you knocked it out of them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to head out. Well,
It would appear that its spread throughout the body, and like I said, they're kind of, it's kind of a odd spot. It's not near you where they're coalescing, or not near where you knock one of them down, but just sort of this random spot in the middle of the floor.
Well, that's the center of a room, right? It looks pretty much halfway down.
Well, let's go. I'm gonna move myself.
Said what I would do.
Move myself over and grab the
See if I
torch.
effectively
All right.
disperse.
So they do not coalesce in a rapid form, right?
No.
So like the skull kind of rolls in. You take your boot and you kick it across the room. It's like kind of rolls into the corner. It's almost like it tries to figure out what's happened for about 10 seconds,
And then
it
it
slowly and it rolls back, and all the bones, like that, the hand kind of,
Creep.
right? The bones themselves roll. Even the small pieces just kind of roll end over end, and then they fit themselves together with a click. But they don't reform skeletons. They form a mass.
Yeah.
So, the weapons that those things had, were they inside the...
They must have been.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna.
I know what you're thinking. And some swords.
Well, okay, are we just going to loot what we can that's outside of the sarcophagus and go?
Yes.
Well, otherwise we'll be
Okay.
dealing with more skeletons appearing as the bone golem is forming.
Okay, so you're on bone duty, and we're just going to grab the gold that's free and call it a day.
We can peel some of the gold off of the sarcophagus.
Man, I have like this big list of what's in that sarcophagus.
Aha.
Yeah. Big list of evil.
I mean, it's doable.
Don't let me tease you.
You think I'm bad, but
So, here's my other plan if we're going to go in there, is we smash the heads of all the
Smash
clay
the
statues so that if they get animated, they're headless already, and then we open it.
that could work.
Yeah.
And while we're smashing
Keep
heads,
talking about
grab the gold cartouches.
So you're kicking this thing. Like I said, you can. If there was more mass, you'd probably have trouble keeping up with it, right? But with just these three, you kind of kick them, but they're very tenacious, right? They're like kids with cookies. Cookie, except this sneak. It's like, come on,
Mine?
Get out of here.
Mine?
yeah.
Okay.
Been trying to say, going to
Keep
grab
on, keep it on.
cartouche, smash a head. Sure.
All right, so you guys stop talking and start spreading out. Now, there's only one light in the room.
Well,
That is with Octavius, who
I'll
is
pick up the.
currently around right here, kicking stuff in all directions.
I will pick up my torch if it's still going.
You'll pick up your Ibram.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can put the light back on me.
And if his torch is getting low, we'll light my second. Oh, we're down. We gotta get out of here still.
Uh-huh.
Have we looked up? Is there?
We haven't looked up in the. Well, up in this room is flat.
Yes, but there could be like a trapdoor to get out.
I'll look up.
Because they want the evil haunted spirit to get out.
Okay.
It's just protecting. It's
Okay.
doing its job.
So, I'm going to get a chunk of gold. I'm going to use it as a club to smash heads.
Okay. So there are the two swords that these guys drop on the ground, and your sword, which no longer seems to be frozen.
Okay.
Oh, I want to pick up the bow too.
Okay. Strangely, there's no string on the bow.
Ah. That's a useless bow at that point.
But it did fire an arrow.
Arrow, which is
This
odd. So yeah,
sword
I'll
going to
keep
work
it.
as a head smashing. I'm not going to use my sword. I'll use one of their swords.
That makes sense.
Sold.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pick up the bow. Whether or not I can actually make use of it, we'll see. Ghost bow.
All right. So each of these statues, like I said, they're clay, and they contain a human skeleton within. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 altogether. Okay. So you can loot these 9 cartouches, right?
Yeah.
They are quite heavy. Okay. They probably weigh about same as this coffee cup, so it's like they're a good weight of gold, right?
I don't have my bow and arrow on me, so I've got the room to carry.
Okay.
I apparently don't have my rope.
No, I think we've established that.
Yeah. So there's 3 of us, so one's already done. So yeah, go crazy.
All right. Okay. So you guys and you're basically smashing the heads off of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you damage these ceramics, right? The ceramic itself is quite fragile, right? So when you kind of knock the head off, like a crack appears in it, and the entire thing, the skeleton just kind of collapses out.
Okay, does it go to join its friends?
Nope.
Good.
Doesn't have its spirit yet.
Yet.
How bad is the humming coming from the sarcophagus?
The song?
The song?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's almost as if somewhere in the back of your mind, some hidden knowledge sings to you. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys.
What does it say?
No!
Okay, do you have sorcery?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, no.
Not yet.
Each of you gets one of these because you decided to stay.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
So, what bursts out of said sarcophagus?
Well, you haven't opened it yet.
Not going
so,
to.
What's that?
I don't think we're going to.
No. No. There is definitely like it's what it's like. Have you guys ever been to Manitoba?
No.
Driven through it anyway.
The
In Manitoba-
cicadas?
Yeah.
The bugs. They're
Yeah.
so... Montreal had them.
Yeah.
It was
So what it is
weird.
there is this sound that happens at nighttime, right around dusk, when 10,000, 100,000 cicadas begin singing, and it is this
Okay.
humming sound, and when you listen to it at night, for the first night you're like, oh, that's really relaxing. By night 5, you're like,
Make it stop.
pull eyes from socket and stuff in ears. So horrible. Okay.
I remember recording it, going,
Yeah.
"What on earth is this noise?" And
Yeah, it's
finally
terrible.
someone
It's just
explained
horrible.
to me it's the bugs.
Anyhow, so that is the
Oh,
sound.
the worst,
that,
the 7 or the 14-year ones down in the southern states are even
that is the
worse.
sound that is emitting from this sarcophagus. Is that cicada sound? Cicadas, maybe locusts. You're not exactly sure, but whatever it is, the sound is absolutely horrific. Enough that it begins to grate on the back of your mind. You're very disciplined.
Hey, there's a momentum. Oh!
2!
So did it help?
How much do I really want to do that?
Holy fuck balls!
I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one. Well,
You have courageous, right?
Oh, yeah, so I've got the soak anyway.
got the 2
Oh, I get
successes.
to reroll too.
Yeah.
I got 2.
2 successes?
I used the
better.
green.
Okay, did you roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled that.
I rolled a 20.
Oh no!
Okay, so
Your ears are bleeding.
2,
1.
1,
2. And -1.
All right.
It's not
And a
minus
20.
1.
Wow.
You gotta work on your poker face.
No, I don't. I'm the GM. I don't need a poker face.
No, that's true. Oh god.
Oh, well, they had to show up sometime.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sick.
Yes.
So how many of these did we smash and get before?
All
those
of them.
appeared?
You've
Oh.
smashed all of them. Yeah.
So we have
Got
9 9 gold cartouche.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are, oh, right. Yeah, you failed. Okay. You are unsettled. Okay. You will mark a temporary harm, which is actually a trauma. Okay. Until you recover, until you're out of this space, you're having trouble now focusing your mind. Okay. Like everything, like when you're looking around, as you're picking up the cartouche, you actually look at the cartouche and for a moment you're actually distracted from what you're doing. It's like, the sound! Right? So this sound now covers all of you. And it's getting louder. It will require, if you wait too long, it'll require another discipline roll, which will become harder.
Okay, well, let's take our profit and leave.
How? Where's the
Out
exit?
the door. Over there. Past those bugs.
Oh, there's an exit at the end of the door? At the end of the
No,
door?
there's
Where we came in.
where we came in. We have to get past the bugs, get through here, go up and down the two, and
let's
all the way
go.
There's
around.
those ladders.
Oh, there's ladders now.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Charge for a bug. I'll charge for a bug.
How much?
$5.
2, 3,
I don't think I want to do
4,
that much.
5, 6, 7 will get you here or here.
Sure. Or wherever I was done was by the time we're done. Smashing
Okay.
open.
Fair enough. So, you're there?
Sure.
Okay.
If that's where I ended up. Ew, bugs.
Turn to scorpions.
This is gonna seem odd. I'm gonna try and draw the bow even though it doesn't have a bloody string since he actually shot an arrow.
You have faith.
Gotta have faith, faith, faith.
You have
Doesn't
faith
anyone
in
have a
this
giant
dark
can of
sorcery.
raid? Does raid even work on scorpions? I don't think it does.
I mean, eventually.
That was actually the one bug that actually made me squeak. Was I was in a pet shop and I turned and looked, and eye level was this greasy black scorpion, and yes, it was in glass cage, but it was
Alright.
just wrong.
So I'm going to try and shoot one of the bugs with the bow.
All right. Don't need to pull. You don't need to roll dice. There is no string on the bow.
Okay, so it doesn't work at all for me.
It's like,
Yep.
He had faith.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't
Yep.
matter.
yep. You might have faith, but you didn't have a string.
No, that's what I thought.
All right, I'll charge him.
Okay.
Come join me.
What is your athletics?
Oh, am I? I thought. Oh, sorry. I thought it was closer. Only +1.
Okay, so you have a move of 6.
So wasn't I in the middle of the room smashing the?
Yeah, you're smashing the thing right there.
Yeah,
Ah.
this is where I was, right here.
I'm not gonna make it. 3,
4, 5.
6.
Oh, you got 6?
Well, I got the +1.
Right,
See,
so-
it's 5.
Here or here?
Oh, I've got a shield. I'll go in front of my ally.
Okay.
So there.
And do you want to hold your action?
Yeah, if they come closer, I'll swing.
Okay. They. Which one? No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, if either one of them steps in front of you, you'll attack.
Posto.
So where was the bones are still coming towards that one spot there?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, I'll rush to that direction and boot a skull up that way if I come across one.
Okay, fair enough. So your action is
A
keep
running
them from
kick.
reforming. Or from forming something else.
Yeah.
From forming whatever they want to be.
Okay.
We don't want none of that.
Okay.
And you have a 6.
And pull at least a dagger in the process.
Okay.
Um,
Did you pick up your sword again?
Yes, he did.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
I
it.
sheathed it and I
Grabbed
picked
the
up one of the.
monsters.
Actually, I had one of the other swords in my hand because I
Right.
was using it to head smash stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Are those,
I'll
the swords
just
with
use
the
that.
monsters any special?
Do you want to take some time to check them out for using
No.
craft, etc.?
No. I mean, I did have one as well for smashing their heads, so.
Let us know when we hit stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll make it interesting.
All right. So, you guys have all acted?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This scorpion steps forward towards you, and as it's stepping forward, it kind of steps forward, and almost it's like it kind of has its pincers kind of moving forward with its tail up, and then as it steps forward, suddenly its claws go up, and like they open wide as if it's been stabbed or something. You can attack if you wish, because you did say you'd call your action. What?
He's trying to figure out why a bug would all of a sudden throw its arms up.
Like it's been stabbed.
Like it's being scared away from the.
Sarcophagus, yeah.
Observation check to see if there's a hand somewhere that's grabbed it.
We don't have any connection to scorpions.
Nope. Nope.
We don't. There's no religious.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I said I was going to do. So,
Yeah, my religious
I think that
connection
would
is
be
you
my-
swish them.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. This creature, it's like it's shock frozen. Okay. You can.
Coup de grace, apparently.
6, wherever that happens to be on the scorpion.
Okay.
Left arm.
No mercy lets you reroll that 3.
There you go.
So vicious, what does that mean?
He is
Vicious means a
6,
5 or
7,
6 equals an extra point of
8
damage.
damage.
+1.
Yeah, that includes a +1.
8 damage.
All right. So you bury your axe. Okay, it comes away covered in whatever
It
color
hurts.
Oh, actually-
scorpion blood is.
So
Green,
just
usually.
no, I understand that it was still a good effect, but it said the battle axe was intense one or vicious one.
It's not a battle axe, the hand axe.
Oh, hand axe.
Yeah.
I have to look at what that meant.
Intense means that.
I know. Yeah, it's the.
Vicious does extra damage.
Well,
Yes. And intense automatically activates. You don't need to spend points
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
and it's just it does an extra wound if you do a wound.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you, this thing is frozen, and then you dispatch it. Okay.
Thanks for coming.
It's a meaty hit when you do so. Okay.
Dinner.
Scorpion, maybe.
Well, not from the claws.
Yeah.
Than crabs, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're like, it doesn't work that way.
It might.
Okay.
People eat scorpions.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they
you can cook them. They eat them in Egypt.
Yeah, it actually should be very similar to crab, really.
Oh, I see what you've done.
What have I done?
You add another, took away the dead one, add another one because you've got a limited amount of the scorpion.
No, I have complication cards.
Oh, right. Oh, great, more of them.
Okay.
Great.
Your turn. For the other one.
You guys have all acted?
No?
Oh no, that was me acting.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well so you killed that one. It would have moved around its dead companion and moves up here. It hits that right? As if something
There's like a barrier of
No, it's
the fear.
so you would have seen this before, being from Delkesh. So children, when they poke at scorpions, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they would do is they poke it with a stick, right? The scorpion would go up into this super defensive position, even though it knew it was doomed, right? That's exactly what these things are doing, right? It's like they're cornered, and something has triggered this massive defensive reaction inside of their little walnut-sized brain.
Yeah, that would be this entire flippin' room.
That makes sense.
Well, no, they enter the room. It seems like they've actually hit.
It's just the duration of the...
Or the distance that the song is going.
Yes.
So we can stay closer to the sarcophagi, and the
Yeah, this is the safe zone.
can just pile up, and we'll keep kicking away bones until we die.
Yeah.
Until the song gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and we all go
I
nuts.
still kind of want to go peel the gold off the sarcophagus. That's sweet.
All right.
So that's your turn.
No, he's appeared. That was his action.
Okay. Any other of your actions?
No,
I step up and go swinging.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as you act, you can make observation checks.
Ooh.
This is turn 3.
One success.
2 successes.
2 successes. As you act. So
Okay.
who's acting first?
I declared it.
Okay. Did you make any successes?
Yes.
Okay. How many?
1.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So you jump forward with your sword.
My bad guy sword.
Oh right. Okay. Do it.
2 successes.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, roll damage.
Bad guy sword is also 4.
Yes.
Three damage.
3 damage. Okay. Fair enough. Its chitin carries actually sort of deflects a good portion of that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Who acts next?
Oops. Shoot.
See the moon in the background?
No. I'll move up. I'll drop the bow because the bow's basically useless at the moment since I don't have a string to go with it.
I'm not sure where you got the word basically from in that sentence, but okay.
It is useless. Draw my sword and
Souvenir.
move up to
That could be a
hit
good
this
one.
thing.
That's strong.
Okay, so now remember, you're drawing your sword. Means you're readying a weapon while moving.
Yeah,
Melee check. Otherwise, that's all you get to do.
I know. 2 successes.
Nice. Okay, fair enough.
And when I get up to it, I'll take a swing.
Do it. Oh my word.
Yep, that's the best with a complication.
Swing! Bada 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 bada.
And he did have a success on his observation.
1 or 2. How many successes did you get on your observation?
2.
2.
No, sorry. 1.
You,
Okay.
1.
Yeah, it was 2, 1, 1, 0.
No.
Thought you failed your observation.
No.
Alright, he has sharp senses. It's pretty tough for him to fail his observation.
I don't.
No. We have sharp senses.
It's kind of tough for you to fail him. Okay. Yeah, so you swing down.
Yeah.
You miss the creature. The sword clangs into the hard tile, okay, and shatters in your hand. Breaks into 3 even pieces.
Oh, lovely.
Okay?
Yep.
So now it is the sword that was broken. So you could reforge it and go kill Sauron.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys act? Yeah.
Can I move past on that side?
Can you move past Octavian?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely you can. You will need to make an an acrobatics test, basically to slide by him. Otherwise, it'll cost you 2 move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to get to Octavian. It'll be 5, 6 to get past. It'll be 5 to get to him or move through a square if you don't make an agility check. Go ahead and make an agility check or an acrobatics check.
2 successes.
Okay, yeah. So you move past him. Yeah. So you want to move up beside the creature, or
Can I make it that far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what's your
that-
what's your athletics?
I was 1 there, so I moved to 6. But
Okay.
I was more going that way.
Okay.
I was
Towards
looking
the
at
other one.
Yeah.
So that gets you right about 6 will get you right there.
So I'll stop there and prepare to stab.
Anything that attacks you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
anything
stopped
that
kicking
moves
the
close to
bones, right? I just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah.
Well, there's no one back there.
I'm moving
All right.
that way.
Okay. As you're moving, you're like, what is that sound?
Oh, shit.
And what it is it's the sound of stone grating on stone.
As the
Sarcophagus.
Oh, okay.
movements.
Let's. Yep. It's time to run out of here like a archaeologist being chased by a boulder.
Alright, so I'll move forward 2.
Okay.
Are you going to get to this?
No, what? I'm probably going to help you guys dispatch that one, is what I was thinking.
Okay.
So we could all move forward. So I was thinking 1 more. Would that be possible?
Up to there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll swing at that.
Okay. So you turn around and face that guy. You
Yep.
got it. Okay. And yeah, you'll get a bonus momentum if you hit.
I do.
Okay.
1.
1 hit. Okay.
Yep.
So there's a momentum on the table, and you can roll damage. Somebody give me a location.
8.
Left arm.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8 points.
So the vicious.
4, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Okay.
It just seems good.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, we're gonna talk about vicious at the end of the game. So, okay.
Vicious is mean.
Vicious is me. Their claws, by the way, are vicious.
Yeah, figured as much. And the other ones are poisonous or piercing.
Yeah, piercing and persistent.
Oh,
Persistent.
is the poison.
5 turns it does damage.
Oh, great.
Okay,
So don't get stung.
your turn. No, you've acted. Yeah, you heard the same thing. Stone grating on stone.
Sick.
I think everything's active.
It's your turn.
My turn. My turn. So you heard the sound from the last turn, right? So just
He's the one that has that.
Oh my god, look at the bloody...
Also, I got 2 successes on my observation roll.
Same thing. So you guys hear the stone grating on stone.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a nest of scorpions.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Maybe where they came from, we can get out by.
maybe.
Good
It's only
point.
door.
Yeah, but they showed up at this end. There might be a way out at this end of the hallway, which means we have to get up and down the.
And with the plaster breaking from the...
Yeah.
Okay, Fausto, you were prepared?
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
One success.
Okay. Yeah, so it will attempt to parry, dodge. It's all the same for the
Does
scorpion.
it get a free one?
What's that?
Does it get... Okay. I'm just wondering.
No, keep me honest.
Yeah.
You keep him honest. He sometimes chops the other way.
15.
Or 30.
I miss my dodge.
Okay.
Okay, you hit it. Location.
Somebody else roll. I've rolled the last couple. 4.
4.
Right arm.
Yeah, so right arms will be...
Yeah.
So 1, and if this sword has any qualities.
Parry. Okay. That is caught by the... what do you call it?
Chitin.
By the chitin. Okay. It will attack, obviously. So its combat is... What?
Who's it attacking?
What's under coordination?
Pardon?
Coordination is parry, ranged weapons, and sailing.
Okay. So, scorpions would be terrible at sailing. That's all I'm going to say.
Their coordination sucks, I take it?
3.
Oh, wow.
I guess you got these big mitt things.
Yeah.
Clicky icky.
Okay.
All right. So, 9 to hit.
So who's it attacking?
Oh, yes. Sorry. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 3.
Okay.
It does not. Okay, so I am going to spend, however, a doom to attack you again with its tail.
Can I parry that anyway?
Absolutely, you can.
That's important. Because 2.
My apologies. No, you can't. We actually ruled that you... did we?
For which?
Right. Sorry. The discussion went like this. Okay? And I'm not sure if it was with this table that the
I don't think it
discussion
was
went.
with this table.
Okay. With parry... Okay, so let's pause for a second, and we'll actually... So keep your roll, okay?
Yep.
With parry, we have a choice. If somebody misses, and you decide to parry, right? Do you get... Because what you're basically trying to do is build free momentum.
Yep.
Right? So... So... My thought process is, if you declared you're going to parry it beforehand, yes, you do. So when I attack, you say, I'm going to parry. Right? Because otherwise it's free momentum. And why wouldn't I do that every round?
It is not free momentum. It uses up one of the doom stack going to your defense roll. Which, granted, I've got 2 things that
You only get
knock
to do
one
it once
off.
per round to minus the cost, right?
The only
It's
other
a bit of a farm.
The
Seems
only
a whole lot
the
of
only
stuff.
other problem I see with the parry amiss is
Put you off balance.
no. If you're parrying amiss and you also have the riposte talent and you manage to actually parry,
Yes.
it leads you into being able to do a riposte when you actually the monster didn't actually hit.
No, I think the parry, though, the riposte actually reads, you have to, the success has to be successful. You have to have parried it, and then you can riposte by spending a doom.
Right.
You can't parry a miss. You can't riposte a miss. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it is a farm, right? It's an exploit of the
It
system.
is, but, well, whatever.
Well, I guess the thing about it, though, is what I'll say is the assumption then is that if you do it and they have talents that allow them to automatically do it, I will do it to generate doom as well. So it'll be for both sides of the table if you want to do it.
Okay.
I would say no. I don't want him getting free doom.
That's not quite free. That's
Well, okay,
It
so
is
say,
for
for example,
him.
if you attack, right, with your melee and you miss, I say, okay, well, I have a sword, I get a free parry,
yeah,
so I'm going to parry.
yeah,
And so I'm going to get doom from that parry.
yeah. But then if there's two of us attacking him, then the next person attacks.
And then I'll
who
use the
doesn't.
doom that I made to
Yeah.
actually parry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a farm. It is. Absolutely it is. So, but the thing about it is, what we'll just say is that it happens on both sides of the table. So whatever you guys decide, I will do the same.
I would think if you parry and miss, you'd be offside. Like, you'd be off balance. It would almost slow you down, because now you're trying to make an action. You're readying yourself for a hit that never came. It didn't come, and now you're like, and overbalance.
All right. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it there for tonight. We'll discuss this and sort this out for the next game.
Okay.
It's already 10:30, right? So what you have, and what's happened is 3 complications are waiting for you in the hallway. Okay?
Only 3?
So what we're going to do is we're going to just call it there. You guys are at the Tomb of Neferit. You have activated some sort of sorceress defense. Okay? And at the same time, the residents whom you had identified as their passing previously have now made an appearance at the actual tomb. Okay? And yeah, we'll pick it up next week and see what happens. Do they survive? Is this
The
Octavius's first and last session?